How y'all doing? Welcome to the club at Kebulon, where all the men and women can put down their swords and their armor, take a nice sip of some cognac, have a nice cigar, do some real nice things for you. We got Distro, hoorah. Who else is watching? Oh yes, on this even though it's officially Thanksgiving Day, but suns ain't up, so don't count. On this Thanksgiving festivities, you could be anywhere, but you're here with me. Listen to the smooth sounds of the band in the back. YouTube Safe Jazz. Yeah. Get funky with it. We are here and we are fondly gathered together to talk about any and everything that comes to mind. Any and everything, yes, Lord. We so graciously happy Thanksgiving out there to all. Also to ABM. AKA Thinking Out Loud. Now, we got to talk about a few things on this live stream. This comes as no surprise how Thanksgiving, Black Friday, officially kicks off the Christmas season. There's a lot of people out there, a lot of lovely ladies who have not receiving any cards, gifts, visitation, anything of the such. We have to understand something. That number one, you got to check yourself at the door. Can't be a whore. Sorry. Sorry. Check yourself at the door. Cause baby, we don't want no more. Check yourself at the east. Cause that chick eats like a beast. Baby, I just don't want no more. Cause I'm stuffed and like it over. Price Thanksgiving dinner. I can't stand no more. Listen to them keys. There are so many of us out there who are going through some situations. See, let's think about this for a second. This year alone, a lot of prophecies, a lot of analyzing have came true for the Black Manosphere. What's up, Josh? Winter has came, and Jack Frost is nipping at everybody's nose. Notice you don't hear this "I don't need a man" stuff anymore. Oh yeah, she's independent and don't need a man. But she's on a sinking ship, except the Titanic had a band. Notice you don't hear that anymore. Notice you hear a lot of the hate big heads. The women who are all wifed up, married, coupled. Notice they don't have the same complaints as the women who are single. With a whole rack of kids. The old lady in the shoe had so many kids she didn't know what to do. I want you to think about that for a second, pal. There's a really bad, exquisite thing going on. What's up, LAPD SWAT? Oh, yeah. I'm West Virginia's Guardsman. I want you to think about that very heavily. That there's a lot of people facing this winter through hardships. This is not the time to say and proclaim your independence, because we're going to find out how independent you are the next few weeks. Okay? We're going to find out in the next few days who really for you. I want you to think about this. But a lot of the boomer and some of the older Xers, and definitely the solid generation, each Thanksgiving you're going to see less and less family, less and less cooking, less and less fellowship. Women were never made to be independent. You're only as independent as the government can prop you up, as much as a man can protect you. I don't see women in masks going out there to hunt for their food. This isn't a knock. This is just a reality. As twisted as it may be. I want you to think about this. This is the time of year you're supposed to give thanks. I'm thankful for the Black Manosphere. And for, no matter how great and small the channel may be, multiple contributors have done things that the world could not possibly fathom. I'm so grateful, so thankful. Everybody put your favorite smoke and drink in the air on the panel and on the chats. I've came to realize that we all should be thankful. I never thought I'd live to see the day where the changing of so many unjust laws, draconian places of thought, were changing. Whoever thought that you go to child court in Kentucky is the start of 50-50 equal, no child support. Some states are trying to push mandatory DNA test at birth. 275,000 black men getting jobs in 2 months. And many more coming down the pike. I'm thankful that we could see another time to fellowship. I'm thankful for my boys winning out there. We're so grateful. Hey, boo. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We should be so grateful. I'm grateful that black men finally have a voice. Mm. Oh, that voice is loud. It's such a grateful day. Now, with that voice, oh, what shall we do with it? What shall go on? What shall we do with that powerful voice? I think we should speak more life into each other. Sometimes you got to be the battery in your fellow black man's back, while everybody else in the world is trying to stab it. You picking up what I'm putting down? I want to know how powerful Christmas will be this year going on. Well, all this stuff that's happening recently, it makes you think that Trump hasn't even been in office for a year yet. Not one damn year. I want you to think about that. So many monument changes are coming. To my fellows, to my skilled tradesmen, to my educated brothers, to my hardworking brothers, I'm thankful for you. To all my supportive sisters out there, the ones who really are great men and love black men, I'm thankful for you. Let it go. Mm. Yes. We have won. The next agenda. Bring back the Snyderverse. Here's the link. Anybody want to join up here? Just moving, grooving, grooving. Yeah. I just got to think about it because, my godson called me about some of his friends, how they weren't being so friendly, how they want to make fun and knock you down a peg. And it's even worse when there's some jokes men could say, but I think it's even worse when you do it in front of mixed company and you keep bringing it and battering it up. People have a tendency to do that. Why? There's too many people who can't stand on their own right strong. So they got to knock the next person down. And then wonder why that same friend doesn't call you, doesn't visit you anymore, doesn't proverbial fuck with you. There's too many people who lose friendships over stupid shit. It's one thing to talk about a sore spot between friends, but don't be vindictive of it, hurtful. Don't try to make that person feel lesser than, because obviously you can't compete. That's not right. It's not cool. Mm. There's too many times in life you're going to figure out your friends in very cold ways. And one of them is going to be during times of depression, deception, and just plain and simple chaos. And those standing in the storm with you, you're going to find out very heavily who stands with you and who will not. It's too many deceivers and self pleasers. I think that many of us confuse friends and enemies very well. There's a difference between critique, that can make you better, or criticism, which is something utilized to tear you down and excavate your sense of self. Country boy, what's up? Gotta be careful, especially during these holiday times. You're gonna find out very quickly who's for you. Sometimes I just wish that if I was a rich man, I'd build a house over a lake for the summer and the fall, the spring and the winter. Make a calendar out of that area. It's one of those beautiful pictures I'm looking at. Mm. Looky. Look who we got in the chat today. The Bay himself. What's up, brother man?
I don't have sound. Hold on. I don't have sound.
Can you hear me?
Oh, hold on. Give me a sec.
Optical in,
Take your time.
auxiliary in, USB, Bluetooth,
Damn it. Are
Oh,
you serious?
Bluetooth.
Richard Bush. Charlie Browninger?
hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh yeah, great. How you been? Happy holidays if you're celebrating.
Uh, yeah, but I've got you in the. Hold on. There we go. All right. Sorry about that. I got the Bluetooth speaker, and sometimes it don't act right.
Yeah. Sounds like technology to me, baby.
Yeah. How? Hi. How are you?
I'm Jipper. One job trying to flake on me, so I got to move on to plan B, C, D, E, F, G. So,
Well, I see that there's a lot of need for private security nowadays. I know you've been turning in your resumes and putting out your portfolios.
oh yes, definitely.
Yeah. So true. Got
That's
your
it.
boy. That's
You
right.
know, that's it, man. And it's funny because sometimes you need a reminder. As I told my godson, he's like, "Why do you talk to your exes sometimes?" Because sometimes you need a reminder. And you got to remind that a lot of times when you're working for other people, even though it may be a steady check, but you're more qualified than them. And they're going to keep you down at a certain level because they know resume for resume, they don't equal nor match.
Yeah, because I mean, you've got what military, 20-year cop, and now your own security firm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an impressive resume.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I've been putting in for director of security, putting in bids for contracts, and we shall see. And it's funny because talk about that leap of faith. And this is where I tell people where I'm not a narcissist because everybody thinks a narcissist is somebody is that who's ultra confident. And see, you may agree with me. In our community, we don't like ultra confident men. Hell, in society today as a whole, we don't like ultra confident men. In order
In
to,
what?
in a sense where you know how to do things and you can stand on your own square, where you have enough skill and style and guile and profile to do whatever your given task was to be. And I think that a lot of times when you come prepared, it threatens people. It threatens people greatly.
Well, I know I feel threatened. I feel so very threatened
oh yes.
because, I
Go ahead.
mean, how dare you actually build a business for yourself where you can feed yourself and other black men? I mean, the lion, the witch, the audacity of you, bitch.
Exactly.
What's wrong with you? You're
Exactly.
supposed to sag your pants and make a bunch of babies and scam folks
Yeah.
and you know live off food stamps and a female and just be a sorry sack of shit. How dare you not live like you're in the slave quarters?
How dare it, because I was born and I was taught with something called audacity. The thing that you could call a white boy a maverick. Notice we can't call a black man a maverick.
Why can't we?
Oh, we
Oh,
can't.
right. Because the ones we call Mavericks, we don't call them Mavericks, we call them coons.
Hmm. And see, even though I shout out to Art Style on his program, and see a coon, and I think the word coon is usually out of context for a lot of people. Personally, because I wasn't up there when he spoke about it. The true coon speaks against the betterment of his people to get, breadcrumbs from the ruling society. A coon is not somebody who rises to the top and said, "There's a better way to be, my people." I'm
You
gonna.
mean like no, no. Hold on. I can't name the tethers because the tethers we are not their people. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Let's think about this, right? Let's go biblical for a minute.
Okay.
Would
My
Moses be
favorite
considered
subject.
a coon to his people at first?
People didn't believe Moses. They thought that he was out of his mind.
Hmm.
He said, "Hey, look, we need to get away from Pharaoh. Pharaoh crazy. Pharaoh is the slave master." No, but Pharaoh feeds us and gives us a place to stay. We got jobs. I mean, as long as you be's a good boys, you
Hmm.
won't taste the whip that
So,
much.
guess what? He would have been called a coon,
A rabble rouser, a troublemaker, a maverick.
a maverick. But a guy like
Yeah.
Day, who always give him and his father props, many of you so-called blacks today and conscious, which was originally called, you wouldn't even know half these people if they didn't record or invite you
Can
to
I
their.
say something?
Yes, go ahead.
Let me say something. Because normally when you bring this up, I kind of downplay it, right?
Hmm.
I'm not gonna downplay it today. I'm gonna be brutal. First, I'm gonna start off with uh uh scammer Umar.
Hmm.
The lecture circuit where you go to a bookstore or whatnot and speak before a whole crowd, that died out in 2006.
Hmm.
So here you have a guy that's damn near 20 years still running that same old hustle, talking about most requested. You are the most requested when it comes to those goofy little bookstores and whatnot, because these people have not let go. And I'm going to say something to y'all right now, right? Somebody that was at the king of the top mountaintop. There are people in black society, I call them pro blacks. They are low IQ racists. They cannot let it go. They are still trying to relive the Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, uh, Khalid Muhammad. They're still trying to live in that circle, and it's pathetic. Do you understand? A prime example. You all are familiar with Delbert Blair, of course.
Yeah.
Delbert Blair was part of the lecture circuit in the 90s. My cousin, he bought the shop from us, okay? Inventoried all the stuff and just is doing absolutely nothing with it, which I understand. A lot of that stuff is so outdated.
Hmm.
Um, but at any rate, he brought Delbert in for a lecture back in 2007. 2007, we shut our doors in 2001.
Hmm.
So there were no lectures. He brought him in 2007. I was happened to be living in Atlanta for a couple of months at the time, cup of coffee.
Hmm.
And he had Delbert Blair for a lecture. He wanted me to shoot it. I get there to shoot it, and I see out in the audience before everybody comes in, I see 7 people that I would see that would attend every single one of our lectures.
Mm.
And I looked at them, really looked at them, like, because I had been living in Ohio. I moved in Ohio in '02, and then I came back in '07. So I'm looking at it outside the box instead of being in the box and on some, power to the people. I was out of that circle. You understand? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm all for black empowerment. It's just that it's not like it was back in the '90s and the early 2000s.
Oh, not even close.
You're right, not even close. So I'm looking at these people and I'm like, I mean, like really looking at them. And all I see is a bunch of sad sack, pathetic people that have nothing else going on with their lives, and they're there by themselves, which should tell you a lot.
Hmm.
It should tell you a lot because they always came to these lectures by themselves. These are lonely, broken people looking for
A
a
savior.
place to fit in.
Yeah.
Now, fast forward, my aunt died. She had her, she was part of the, you know, whatever, the lexicon of black consciousness, if you want to call it that for her. I wouldn't. But she died in 2021. She died in 21. We had the memorial in the summer. So we drive up to Cleveland, my father, my mother, whatever. We do the memorial with the cousins. And there were, because she had a radio show, the A Flight, up in Cleveland.
Hmm.
So one of her ardent listeners was there. And she eventually made her way over to our table. All right. That would be my father and I, whatnot, you know, because somebody told her, oh, yeah, them the people that own Culture Communications. I heard them say that. And then here she come. And she sat there kind of looking. You know how people look off to the side, but really they kind of like staring at you with this mousy look because
Hmm.
they scared to talk to you.
Of course.
So I'm like, hey, how you doing? Let me talk to this chick. I'm not scared of nobody. So we're talking because I went over to sit down, across from her, and we're talking. And this woman was batshit crazy. Do you understand? That
Oh yeah.
shit crazy. And I'm looking at her. Remember when Homer grabbed the kids and just walk away slowly, kids?
Yes.
When
Don't
Adam
make
West
any eye
was doing the
contact.
back dance and all that shit.
Don't make any
Oh,
eye.
hmm?
Don't make any eye contact.
Exactly. I was like, this bitch is crazy. This bitch is crazy. That's Umar's audience. Do you understand?
Oh,
That's his audience. Secondly, do understand that the dynamics of racism has changed. It's not what it used to be.
mm-mm.
A cop fuck you up, that cop more than likely will get fired and possibly have charges pressed on him. Because police brutality was our biggest issue heading into after Obama was president.
In the 2010s.
Right, because when Obama was president, it was snuff films at least 3 times a week.
Oh yeah.
And Obama did absolutely nothing.
But the so-called fascists, was harder on police brutality than the so-called black guy.
Still is. When
Still,
I had I'm sorry, go ahead.
still is. I mean, people will always challenge me. No, the cops are fucked up. I said you're safer under fucking Trump than you were Obama.
Yeah. And the sad part is that I tell people, I said, I mean, just to, hit on Trump, he did not say that racists were very fine people. This is why on my channel, I do the whole fucking interviews so that way you get it without CNN, MSNBC, well, now MS Now, who have tripled down on their Trump derangement syndrome. I mean, that network is fucking pathetic. I see why NBC cut them loose.
Yeah,
The View,
yeah. It's a shit
yeah,
show. It was a
right,
whole shit show because you had a bunch of people lying 24/7. But continue.
yeah. So I mean, this is why he's suing the BBC for altering his speech about January 6th. That's why if you notice, if you watch CNN, if you've noticed, CNN is kind of shifted. They are now taking people to task. Remember, the Caitlin Collins, the she called Jasmine Crockett to the carpet. Like, hold on, bitch. You ain't making no sense. They know you got this shit wrong. Well, my team, well, your team, as the article said, your team hates you. You have the highest turnover rate in Congress because you are a raggedy bitch and they hate you. Your team hates you. But I digress. CNN has called themselves trying to get more centered. Don't get me wrong. They still have TDS, but they're trying to be more centered. They're not, they decided to stop telling full lies.
You know, at least they'll give you a good partial.
Right, because they don't want to get sued. They can't afford a lawsuit. Ask CBS, ask MSNBC. Okay.
Actually,
Right. You know that Sonny Hostin has read more legal notes in the past year than in the history of the show. All right, because they don't want to get sued. You can't afford it. But I digress.
Well, people are
I'm sorry. Let me land my plane.
Go ahead.
I don't know why I'm saying that shit. Anyway, he was the one that let us tear down them racist statues, them Confederate statues. He said nothing about it. He's like, go ahead, tell the motherfuckers down. I don't give a shit. Did he not?
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah. Now here you have.
Well, we call him.
Yeah. Now here you have him as president again. And the fucked up part that I see is black people out here that are part of Antifa and part of these protests. And I'm like, you dumb motherfucker. You are at the very bottom of the economic totem pole in this country. You are being replaced not only by South Americans, but also tethers. Tethers. Every nationality that they open the floodgates to come here, they have come here to replace you because your vote means nothing. You gave Kamala, that dumb Indian bitch, you gave her 92 and 77% of the vote, and she still got stomped. She got stumped. Your vote counts for nothing. So they brought in these other folks, really before that happened, but they brought in these other folks to be the permanent source of cheap labor. And do understand that democratic socialists, such as Mondani and the chick out in Portland and whatnot, Brandon Johnson, by the way, okay, Gavin Newsom, these people are trying to upset the apple cart. If they do that, if they succeed, you really think a foreigner is going to look out for your black ass in a communist situation?
No.
Are you really that stupid?
But wait a minute. We're all brown and black.
Yeah, that's the con game. Because they need you on them front lines to take them bullets. But when it's all said and done, like the guy, the defector from Russia said in 85, once they're done and they're in the power, your ass will be red weddinged. They will line you up and shoot you. That includes white bitches too. Goofy white bitches, goofy Jews, goofy blacks. They will line you up and shoot you because you are a useful idiot. And what do we always say about white folks and their toys? What do they do when they're done with them?
They
destroy them.
Do you think that only applies to them?
No.
Anyone.
What happened to Libya the second Gaddafi was murdered?
It became a shit
show.
What happened to the people? What happened to the people? What immediately happened?
You talking about the locals, or are you talking about the would-be migrants as well?
I'm talking about the Libyans. What happened the second Gaddafi was murdered? What happened?
Civil war.
They ran right in there and then started enslaving these people. And Obama sat there and was like, so what? Not my fucking concern.
Exactly. You got to realize something. You keep listening to other people for your salvation. What did I always say when you and your enemy pray to the same God?
He's gonna answer this one of y'all's prayers.
And guess whose prayer has not been answered?
Yours.
Yours.
And see, here's the fucked up part. You don't even have the intelligence to pray to your God.
I went to we went
Bitter.
to a Roses. Hold on, we went to a Roses yesterday. You know, because I wanted to change like some decorations in the dining room,
Mhm.
Mhm.
and there were so many white Jesus pictures. I looked. I said, "What the fuck?" I laughed. This is Atlanta. Why the fuck you got 17 big ass fucking white Jesus poster pictures in Atlanta?
And the worst part about it is
Not a black one in sight.
you keep looking for you keep looking towards a God that knows you not. Okay? There's a reason why it's important for you to know what your attention and your spirituality is supposed to be. That's supposed that's supposed to galvanize you and your people. This is the reason why I said Moses, by all intents and purposes, especially during the beginning, especially when he went to Mount Zion, would have been looked at as a coon. And see, a true free thinker is going to say, we can do better, black people. A true coon is going to say, black people are no good. I'm going to go to this white man and take his money while I speak about the ills of black people.
You mean your Tay Tay, your
Oh,
friend Tay Tay?
oh yeah.
Look, okay, look. Tell us. I want to hear your solution. How do we kill the coonery or no? Let me take that back. Let me rephrase it. How do we get out of the slave quarters?
Number one, it starts with the women. Because if you notice, they carry that culture still within them,
You started with them?
at least the mothers. Because I'm going to tell you, I think, honestly, the real answer is I think black men need to go marry black women of other diaspora. Because that's why I said I start with the women. If you got
Okay.
a
Okay,
black,
wait. Hold on. I'm sorry. So you're saying that we should integrate from with different nationalities. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. In order for you to do that, what's the number one thing you need in order to make that happen?
you need money.
Okay. So let's start there.
Gary.
Let's start there. Let's start with the almighty dollar.
Hmm. The one true God nowadays, huh?
Right. Let's start with the almighty dollar. Because there is no system on earth better than capitalism.
None. There will be none.
Dubai is ran on
Capitalism.
yeah. Russia is run on
The ruble.
capitalism. Communism is
The
dead
two.
in Russia.
Even
They ran on capitalism.
even China is
Comrade, I said the ruble, which is the currency. What are you trying to tell me here?
even
All
even
right. Well,
China is a form of capitalism.
I know you get upset every time I get specific. I know it's okay.
it's
And you
fine.
got to look at this. Number one, if I look at black men, and I've said this over a decade ago, your young boys should have been into those colleges. They should have been in the military, whether enlisted or officer. It's so important to reestablish your middle class, to reestablish your skills. There's a reason why you are the least educated.
By design. Keyword by design.
Because I know this is going to be a little controversial, but shit, it's not the most controversial I've said. Black men are the only men that don't even recognize they're sleeping with the enemy. Sense?
Oh, you
I
making
just
sense.
I just
Wait
think
a
it
minute,
has.
wait a minute, wait a minute. To Bay's point about y'all going to marry women of other races. Bay, aren't we all tethers?
No.
No?
This is our country. You got to understand the
Okay.
American Negro, which is still for Black America, your official, you know,
Okay.
demographic. You built this country. I'm going to ask you this question:
Hmm.
would the Ethiopian allow the whites to move in?
Well,
Uh
yeah, because they worship
they
white
had
people.
whites. Wait a minute. They had whites in Ethiopia since the first century.
Not
And
They
they
already
do.
had whites in there.
they have
I,
they have white Jesus on the wall.
I'm,
So
I'm,
I
No,
I'm
don't
no,
showing
no,
you.
no, 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 no. This is my backyard. I got this.
that explains the smell.
But this
Bend
is
over.
this
To
is the
answer Charles's question, there are Ethiopians have always had white people in their homelands.
so in
The
other words,
Armenians
when I mean move,
and that.
when I mean move in, would they take over?
Hmm.
Would they take over your governments?
No, they did not.
So in other words,
So I just asked, do Ethiopians worship a Christian Jesus? And yes, Ethiopians worship Jesus as the Christian Son of God, but within their own ancient traditions of Ethiopian Orthodoxy and other Christian denominations.
Yeah, Orthodox primarily.
Ethiopians worship the same Jesus of Nazareth, recognized by global Christianity. Their theology has unique emphasis.
Yeah, similar to the Coptics and whatnot. Where you going with this? Hey, you trying to be an
Okay.
asshole with me tonight? You being an
No,
asshole with me right now?
no,
Better not be.
I just like to I just like to correct the record to show that yes, they do worship a white Jesus. It's just like with Catholicism. Yes, they worship white Jesus. It's just that their white Jesus thinks one thing, or they just center on one thing, where
Hmm.
Christianity centers on another. This is how we have a division of religion. This is why religion
There's
has
no
so many.
emphasis on the prosperity gospel, and plus,
Don't give a shit about the
they're tr-
prosperity gospel. It's just who the fuck
they
do
don't
you
give.
have on the wall? Do you got the good times Jesus, or the Joe Osteen Jesus, or do you have the conscious Jesus with the afro and the black power fist with the pick in his head? What is your Jesus? If you're black and you're worshiping the white Jesus, you've already lost.
and that's
If
the
you're black and you're worshiping
Have
the
you
good
been
times
inside a
Jesus,
church because
you've already
have you
lost.
hold on, one at a time.
I
ha,
grew up in the church.
One at a time.
so
I
have
grew up in
I.
the church.
So
So then, okay, what
hold on. Here's the point I'm making.
point?
Here's the point I'm making. The reason why a lot of things have to come to fold,
Hmm.
because for black men, the black community as we see it,
Hmm.
and the current state of our women, they don't want to change. And until black men really admit that,
Hmm.
I get called bitter for actually saying our community ain't shit.
I am bitter.
And yes, you are. And one of my
And
friends,
what my how bitter he is.
and people try, my friends about black women. I said, let me ask you this one question. Take black women as a whole. Don't give me no individual bullshit because people want to pull, not my circle of friends. Your circle of friends is not the 42 million black fucking folks that live in the fucking country, okay?
Facts.
Okay.
Stop that. Even when I told a chick, it is very difficult for a father to get full custody of their kids. Well, I know a few friends who got your few friends does not recognize the fucking half of 350 million motherfuckers.
Whoa. Charles. It's okay.
And
I can retort what she says by bringing up a quote by Obsidian, which is the exception does not disprove the rule.
because you got to understand something.
Mm-hmm.
It's like lifting weights. If
Absolutely.
if the average American male can only lift, which means untrained, which is mostly average, can only lift 135 pounds on the bar, but you got a motherfucker that can lift 400 or 500. Guess what? We can't go by the guy who's lifting the most because he's exceptional. He's damn near superhuman.
He's the outlier.
We can't go by the fucking 100-meter dash and use Usain Bolt because he's damn near superhuman. He is not the
Mm-hmm.
he is not even, his percentile is so fucking low you really can't count it. And this is the part where I get these feminine thinking people, and including some of my friends at times, where you think, just like anytime I had to tell one of my homeboys, that's the most feminine shit you ever said, saying your truth. Well, that's your truth, Charles.
Oh my God.
And you wonder
I
why.
get your point, fam.
I love your mom. I love your mom. May God rest her soul, but she failed you, my nigga. And I'm the first to. She failed you.
That's the gayest a man can say. My truth.
And when it made me cringe when he said that. What the fuck you mean my truth? But you have your female best friend. I don't think any guy should have a female best friend. What the fuck she's gonna tell you? What advice can you really give from women that's not self?
Wait, hold on. My female
self-sabotage.
I've had female best friends, but the difference is that I tapped it first.
Exactly.
And we just decided to be friends.
And that's the difference. If you're my female best friend, we're just friends. I'm not gonna mix anything in the world. And let me put it to you this way: we should be your friend, didn't fuck. And there goes the epic answer. See, one of the biggest problems and hurdles for the average black man is that when you see the truth, everybody else think you're a fucking liar. Because they wallow in obsolescence and they're blissfully in enjoyment with ignorance.
Ignorance is bliss.
It's very hard to come out of your ignorance when you're happy. Why do you think niggas never fucking do prenups when they're getting married? Why do you think why do you think the nigga look like a castrated fucking bull when they go in front of that judge in the divorce court?
You know what? I was talking to one of my former coworkers. I ain't talked to this dude since 20. We caught up the past couple of days, and I was telling him about having an heir to leave my stuff to. And he was like, "Oh man, how you gonna try to get somebody to fall in love?" I'm like, "Bruh, I'm 54 years old. Like, I wish I knew what I know now back when I was like 18 years old, or better yet, 14 years old. Love is, to quote Rick Sanchez, love is just a chemical that makes people breed."
Yep. Or is that old song? It's just a secondary emotion.
Right.
Yeah.
All relationships are transactional. All relationships are transactional. I'm not saying pay for the taco, but I mean, what did Riley Freeman say? He's like, if I take her out to dinner, I'm paying.
Yeah.
You paying one way or another, right?
You're not paying directly, but you paying.
Oh, you gonna pay? You definitely gonna pay.
I mean, look at right. What's going on, Electrician 480? I know you ain't sitting.
Electrician is plotting a slate jack. He's playing a slate jack Santa, just like Riley right now.
No, I'm just listening to everybody speak, and I'm just listening, enjoying the conversation. I'll jump in shortly.
Oh yeah.
No, you
okay.
Acknowledge you. You've been sitting there. No, but it's like, in all honesty, I mean, look at like celebrities and whatnot. You know how celebrities get caught up? Because they don't write the check. They don't write the check. You know how why Shining Sharp got caught up? Because he thought that, well, I'm Shining Sharp, I can get it on the strength of nothing. Who else thought that they could get it on the strength of nothing because of their name?
And she refused to sign the non-disclosure, the NDA.
No. I'm not the question that I asked. Who else thought that they could get it on the strength of nothing simply because they had a name?
Kobe,
Who else?
Billy,
Who else?
uh,
Billy D,
damn, all your favorite
Tiger.
damn near everybody.
Tiger Woods.
Tiger.
Michael Jordan.
Tiger.
No. Michael Jordan pays his whores. Charles
Yeah,
Barkley
yeah.
paid their whores.
He
That's
paid.
what they
Yeah, he
told
paid.
Tiger when they was
Shaq
hanging out
paid
with him.
his.
Like, dude, right. Dude, they told
James
him, dude,
Worthy
you gotta pay your whores.
Paid him.
Yeah,
You gotta pay your whores every single time you tap. So that way they can't come at you on some, oh, I got this secret recording on you and all this shit. No, you have to stop trying to treat whores like girlfriends.
exactly. Now,
Who do we know that's a notorious man whore that played baseball and never had a scandal break out? Hall of Famer.
Derek Jeter.
Yeah. What did Derek Jeter do with his whores?
he paid him up.
He paid them off to say shut the fuck up.
You
First
come to his house, you throw your phone in the safe, y'all knock it out for the weekend or however long he have you there, and he give you a gift basket and that's worth at least $1,000 or so, because that's your payment. And here's your phone back. Now get the fuck out, bitch. Hope you're safe, bitch.
Why do I wait? Hold on a second. Dave, why do you sound like Patrice? Why do you sound like Patrice all of a sudden? Because I remember he was saying the same shit. No, because I remember he was saying the same shit when he was on Opie and Anthony. They were talking about the Tiger Woods scandal. This is exactly what he was saying.
But you gotta realize. But you gotta realize. You gotta realize this one thing. When it comes to hoeing, number one, you don't pay a hoe to fuck because that's free. You pay her to leave.
You pay her to leave.
Fuck up.
Pay her silence.
You pay for the silence, or you pay her to leave. Because
why do you think Heidi Fleiss had the issues that she had? She was trying to keep her mouth shut like a mug.
Think about
Heidi
it.
who?
Fleiss. You don't remember Heidi? Okay.
You mean Heidi Ho? You mean Heidi Ho?
Heidi Fleiss was she ran an escort service, and she catered to rich men. Apparently, something went down with one of her clients and a rich dude, probably a Jew. So they came after her, but she kept her mouth shut, just like Giselle Maxwell. She's keeping her mouth shut. That's why she can have a puppy while in a jail cell or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? She's keeping her mouth shut. Go on.
Think he care because it's either you're gonna kneel to the dollar or you're gonna kneel to the sword. And see what's really fucked up is that my father always taught me this one thing. You don't just marry the woman you love because that's an emotion that comes and goes. You're married if you're gonna get married, marry the woman who shit you could deal with. I know that I can deal with the woman's shit.
Damn.
I know if I could deal with your shit, we could get along very well. And see, here's the fucking part about it. All my boys will talk about companionship. I'm like, is your wife really your fucking companion? Is she excited to go to the fucking Ravens game as you are? She might grow.
Nope.
Is she gonna play Madden with you? Is she gonna go out there play video games? Is she gonna go to the gym with you? Most of you marry women because you're scared to be a competitive man anyway. Most of you just have roommates.
They compete differently because they compete for attention with other women.
It's not even that. Black men are not that smart, okay? I hate to say it about my people, but black men are not that smart to do it for other attention of women.
Call it out.
And I can prove it. Because half of them, when they get married, when they finally marry a woman, they marry a woman and complain about shit she doesn't do. Like, you didn't fucking examine what the fuck she didn't do when y'all were dating?
There was no courtship. When you had nobody to help you.
It has nothing to do with courtship. It has everything to do with you being aware and vetting her by asking.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at before you cut me off.
And putting her through tests. No, man, you was on some courtship and lovey-dovey flowers and candy.
Bullshit. No, I wasn't.
But you led with that. That's all you led with.
Okay, name it. Finish.
First of all, there's the courtship process and then the vetting process that goes with it. Because when you court somebody, you guys got to vet them at the same time. Do you not? Do you not?
You're supposed to.
You're
And
supposed
really,
to. You're
Hmm.
supposed to.
you're not only supposed to,
And on
you're
top of that, you need to have some people with you who can help you vet this person as well.
first of
I.e., your
all,
mom, your dad.
yep.
Define
Hmm.
courtship.
Sisters,
Define courtship.
the courting process is basically you are interacting with this person to find out whether or not you are compatible with this person.
Based
Right?
on
Based on, well, you guys don't have arranged marriages. Everything's more romance based.
Okay, let's,
So,
what is the
what?
courtship of a poor person?
well, that jazz
A
is hit.
poor person? I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I'm
come on.
caught up with the saxophone. What was that?
What is the courtship of a poor person? You make 40, she make 30. You make 60, she make 40 or 50. What is the courtship of a poor person that has nothing? You just living and paying bills and paying rent, or or you got like a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house and you paying the mortgage, but that's like the most expensive thing that you own, and then you got a car note, So what is the courtship of a poor person?
Basically, it's supposed to come to two people come together basically to survive. That's how it was done on when people had farmland and then they farmed. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
They did that to.
Yeah, that okay. So we're talking like 40s, 50s, 40s, 50s. But now in modern times, since let's say like 70s plus, what is the courtship of a poor person? From 70s up till now, what is the courtship of a poor person? Name a
Online or through
what?
friends. If I'm not mistaken, weren't most people introduced to one another? Weren't spouses introduced to one another through by a friend,
When's the
by
last time you
friends or
had a
whatnot?
girlfriend? When's the last time you had a girlfriend?
Not in a long time.
Bueller, Bueller. When's the last time you had a girlfriend?
How long's it been since I've had one? Oof,
Oh my God, really?
been over. What?
Oh, this is sad. Come on, man. You can't remember the last time you had a girlfriend?
What is the purpose of
But
that
yet you
question? I
talking,
don't know.
but you want to
Sometimes
talk about court. You want to talk about courtship. You can't remember the last time you had a
there's a
girlfriend.
reason I'm saying what I'm saying. Are you gonna just take my perspective out of disregard my perspective here?
I'm waiting
Babe,
on you.
I'm
Okay,
not in the
hold on.
mood for being. I'm not in the mood for you being an a hole. Come on, man.
Hold on, hold on.
Sometimes you ask me questions, and and then my gut tells me you're being facetious.
Hold on.
Tit.
Hold on a second. Hold on for a second. Here's the point. Here's the point.
Boom,
Here's the
boom.
point about this, right? Here's the courting, because in America, let's just face it,
Mhm.
we don't fucking court. We haven't courted anybody in the last, how do I say, fucking 50 years, 60 years.
It's a hookup
Thank
culture,
you.
basically.
Thank you.
The closest thing we got is a hookup culture. And that's not courting, because guess what? Most people get together on accident, not purpose. That's why
Mm.
all these bitches can have four fucking kids, and now they dating for a purpose.
The average person in America dates out of trauma bonding,
Yeah.
or out of usury. I mean,
Or
what's the
Okay.
running joke about tax season? What's the running joke about tax season, fellas?
You tell me.
that you got a girlfriend all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the running joke about around this time of year, fellas?
Cuffing
Hey,
season.
big head.
It's cuffing
Cuffing,
season, baby.
right?
Cuffing season.
You gotta understand something, right? When people think of romance,
Mm-hmm.
this is the greatest lie that was ever told. That women are the most romantic creatures. Women wouldn't know
Bullshit.
romance. Women wouldn't know romance and it bit them in the ass. Some of your greatest love songs were written by men. Okay, Women don't look at love the same way men look at love. They look at love as a business.
Yeah.
They're not going to tell your dumb ass that because you're killing
Yeah.
a hustle. The drug dealer's not going to go to the junkie and say, "Hey, there's a warning label on this pack."
Hell no.
You know, if she came in there, why do you think the first thing a chick gonna do? If you don't take her on as a wife or as a long-term girlfriend, well, most likely they're looking for long-term girlfriend anyway, because most of them know they're not gonna get married. What's the first thing she gonna do? She gonna take your ass downtown typically. I mean, you're gonna have the sad saxophone in a minute playing when you're in front of that court. Well, she took me down for child support. Not because, and she knows that you're going to give the child more than what she'll ever get out of that direct deposit. But why does she do it? Not for the child. It's to do what? Scorn you.
And to supplement her income.
Yep.
And see, the whole thing with the worst thing the government ever did was allow men, and what my father always said, they brought child support to fuck over black men, so they found out white men were the most deadbeat of the fathers.
Oh, you know that a lot of states
Shocker.
are now adopting the 50-50 custody rule that Kentucky is doing now, right?
Say that again.
That's starting to spread.
Oh yeah, it's gonna spread like a fucking
It's going
virus.
to keep spreading. Yeah.
Why do you think
Yeah.
I said at the beginning of the show, I am so thankful. I'm so
And the
thankful.
DNA testing as well. Don't forget that mandatory paternity test.
And why
Yeah,
do you
the Tennessee is adopted.
think women are the main people fighting DNA testing?
Because they're trying to avoid being charged with paternity fraud.
Well,
Not
no,
just that.
the thing is, hold on, wait a minute. If you paternity fraud is if you avoid the paternity test and you put the child on somebody else, and then of course the DNA test shows it's someone else after money has been paid out. That's paternity fraud.
I'm gonna tell you
Because
why.
you didn't say, well, there's a papa's, what they say, mama's baby, papa's maybe. You went by
Yeah.
that rule. They no longer are trying to play that game now. That's how you get caught up in paternity fraud. But now, if once they institute mandatory DNA testing across all 50, then that eliminates all of that. Because in all honesty, it should be charged to the mother's insurance.
Exactly. And I'm gonna
Yep.
tell you what
Yeah.
happened if that happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
Overnight, you will get rid of the ignorant bliss of what men think about women. Men would not trust women. In other words, women know the greatest gift they have is what?
The
Subterfuge.
ability to get birth.
Yep.
Unreasonable
Oh, subterfuge. Okay.
unreasonable
I thought it was deception.
and law
Same thing.
in law enforcement in law,
Mm-hmm.
reasonable subterfuge is that a police officer can disguise himself as a drug dealer and lie to you. That's
It's called undercover.
why? Because he's not coercing you into doing something you wouldn't normally do. So women will play the unreasonable subterfuge and say it's your baby. That's why she knows that she's gonna get knocked up for that one nigga for genetics, even though he don't have a pie factory of a job. But he knows what she
You
knows.
got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out.
You 7 foot. You fucking 5 foot. She's 5'2", and somehow by the time the boy's 12, he's 6'3".
And
Hey,
you 5'7".
hey, Charles, y'all know what? That's funny you said that. That's funny y'all said that. I was just reading this story back in World War II, right? This brother, he was in the South. He goes off. He fights in World War II. His wife, he hasn't seen his wife in over a year. She comes in. Now, this is that they brown skinned people. She comes in with this high yellow, light skinned baby. This your new baby.
I'd have been like, bitch, I kill you both.
You know what?
Okay.
Crime
I'll
of
do you one
passion
better,
will give you,
electrician.
wait. Crime of passion will give you 5 years and 10 years probation.
Yeah. Because,
That's how you
Fam,
handle that.
yeah.
and I'm gonna tell you what's so fucked up about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people will talk about men cheat. I had a stud tell me this shit. Well, men do all the cheat, bitch. You a bitch. How many?
That's a lot, bro.
I said, how many women that you mess with had boyfriends? Well, exactly. How many guys did you meet? How many guys did you sleep with? Well, I slept with a few. How many of them had girlfriends? I said, so you messed with more women, right? Yeah. How many of them were in committed relationships? Oh, the crowd gets silent. You with niggas on the damn block and they agree with me. This is the reason why we don't need a female president. You can have emotions, but you can't be emotional. And that was an emotional statement you made. And I said, here's the fucked up part about it. How hard is it for a man to get pussy compared to a woman to get dick?
Oh,
Night and day, night and day.
She
bro,
tried to
hey,
tell
hey
me.
Charles,
Go ahead.
hey Charles, let me tell you what a woman told me one time. She said, I look at dick as like on a tree. I can just go to anyone and pick one off of it. And she wasn't lying.
Exactly. And she's
She wasn't
probably not
lying.
an attractive woman either.
Bye bye, bitter.
Okay.
Electrician.
She's probably just an average chick.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh,
see,
she was fine. I ain't gonna lie, she was fine as hell.
Plus, a fine woman gonna have to pay the litter. You know,
Yeah.
somebody like Precious may not agree
No,
with
they
that.
ain't got that.
No, not Gabor Sabita. She got to get what she can get. She can no, she'll take what she can get
There's
and
a
be glad
But
that she got it.
but because she's a woman, or she trust me, it's access. It's she got access. Just because simply she exists as a woman, they got access. They may
Mm-hmm.
not have as much, like you said, name. They may not have as much access as the fine woman, but they got
Mm-hmm.
access.
They don't have the
They got
options.
access.
Yeah.
They
Or
got
like
access.
what was it? What was I gonna say? Oh, regarding what you said, Charles. There's two regarding you said about the switch hitter. The lefty supposed is switch hitter. There's two songs that brothers should always remember. And electrician, I'm sure you remember these songs. It was Michelle and Cello's "If That's Your Boyfriend, He Wasn't Last Night." The second one was the remix she did with Queen Pen. "If That's Your Girlfriend." Pay close attention to what those two songs are saying.
Oh yes. Well, she a professional carpet cleaner. So
Yeah, hey, you know what? I'll do one. I'll ante up for you there, electrician. Because do you know who was one of Michelle and Cello's exes?
no. Who?
It was Rebecca Walker, the daughter of Alice Walker, the author behind The Color Purple.
Yeah. No
And
stuff.
on top of that, Alice Walker was involved with a woman named Tracy Chapman, the woman behind the song "Fast Cars."
Yeah. Tracy she's from London, if I'm not mistaken.
No, no. She's from the States. She's
Oh,
she's
okay.
from the Midwest.
Okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about when you say Tracy Chapman. Yeah.
You got a fast car.
Yep.
Love that song.
Yeah. But you know what the thing about it is, speaking of switch hitting and all of that, and
Hmm.
this all kind of ties in with what I was gonna say is that, since the 80s, they used to come out with those reports all the time talking about, oh, black men, we got too many black men in prison. We got we got black men. Notice these two things they always used to talk about us. They would say black men go out of prison at a high rate. Black men are There's a lot of homosexual men that are black. Okay. Um, and when it came to the
Hmm.
education, we don't have the education, and things like that. But
Hmm.
when you look at this thing, this in a perspective, well, let's look at it today. There's less than there's less than 3% of black men that
Hmm.
are gay. Okay, about a million or so black men,
Hmm.
maybe a million men. There's about a million black men in that are incarcerated right now. So you still got 18 million men left over, right?
Yeah.
But what I tell people, what I said when I look at that, I said, well, let's look at it now. Let's look
Mm-hmm.
at black women in the LGBT community. They make up over 12% of it, damn near 12 to 15%. That's a big
Mm-hmm.
number. When you look at from the studies from 2020 from the FBI, they
Mm-hmm.
are the fastest growing rate of women, of individuals that are going to prison quicker. They going to prison real fast. Sisters are going to prison
Yeah.
fast. I mean, we're seeing it right
Conviction rates
now.
for what type? Conviction rates
Oh,
for what kinds of crimes usually? You also
it
got to
can be
mention that.
murder, it can be fraud, but they're going. The point is that they're going. And speaking of,
Mm-hmm.
speaking of uh, uh, unaliving someone,
Ooh.
the violent rate is going up higher and higher. It's been going up higher and higher. I mean, you
Mm-hmm.
know what, Charles? You're in Baltimore. What do
Uh-huh.
you have to say about that?
As you notice this, people lie, politicians lie, crime's going down. Here's one of the main things. If a person died in 2025 but they were shot in 2024 and they died as a cause of their fucking injuries in 2025, to finagle the numbers, they'll put that murder back in 2024.
Mm,
They will tamper with the numbers,
And you're
and the
telling
statisticians got to do something about it.
one of your biggest issues in Baltimore is juvenile crime. Okay, and in America,
Uh,
you're seeing an uprise of female criminality. How many? Who's the most violent relationships we have in America?
oh boy,
Black
oh boy,
women.
No,
oh boy.
lesbian relationships. But what
Lesbian
do they tell?
relationships. Yep.
But what do they tell you? Women are the people.
The DV rates among women is among lesbians
Man,
is what can I say?
It is,
Also,
it is
also,
disgustingly
also,
sad.
yeah. Also, incorporate with that is you have more STDs among lesbians than you do among gays, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, because they share dildos and all kinds of little
You know what's
instruments.
the most common STD? Yeah, but here's the difference between gays and lesbians. Among gays, the most common STDs you got to worry about is HIV, syphilis, and now, of course, was a couple years ago they were talking about monkeypox and everything. Among lesbians and bisexual women, the most common STDs they got to worry about are herpes and HPV.
mm,
Don't forget that
And
little
and, and
prick.
think about that. And think about this also, electrician. This might shock you, but
Pun intended.
they're about different strains of HPV, right?
mm-hmm.
So you have to understand that not every woman said the majority of cases of women with cervical cancer is HPV related, but not every woman who has HPV is going to have cervical cancer
Cervical cancer.
because cervical cancer is caused by particular strains of HPV. So if she has, and this has to go tie with the men as well, because if you contract HPV type 16 or 18, you got to be those are the ones associated with cancers. So if a woman has HPV type 16 or 18, and she has to, she really has to go see her OBGYN and get those pap smears annually so she can know what to do in case she starts developing or she has precancer cells for cervical cancer, because that will just spread to other types of cancers, vulvar, ovarian, uterine cancer. And if she gets with a guy and she's probably not going to tell him she has it. There was what's it? The comedian Amy Schumer had this joke, which is really fucked up, about giving a dude who does, HPV. And guys, we have to worry about that, because if we contract it, that means that ups our chances of getting penile, penile, testicular, bladder, as well as prostate cancer.
Mm.
If we end up having type 16 or 18 of HPV.
Mm.
So we got to worry about that shit often. And it's important that people get tested, before they hit it.
Yeah, and what I was gonna go back into what we were talking
Hmm.
about.
Hmm.
If you notice, if you guys notice over the news, we've been seeing the congresswoman from Florida who's been charged with defrauding the government for $5 million from FEMA. Yeah,
Hmm.
that just happened.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
seeing the one. It was a sister in North Carolina. There was some. She got busted on some the PPP loan stuff.
PP loans.
And
Oh, fraud of
oh
that.
man,
Okay.
the PPP loans. Man, it's so much. It was so much fraud going on, and the government is just. And unfortunately, if y'all guys pay attention, man, there's a lot of sisters out there getting mollywopped by the feds now. They getting mollywopped, you know. And Trump, man, they're not playing. We're already seeing that all the fraud money
Hmm.
that's been going
PPP
for
loan.
the for Somalia in Minnesota for the Somalia community.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, oh that fraud has
A
been
lot of
going.
it
I
has been
mean,
going away. Oh, the welfare frauds. Also, how much of that money that they be generating goes to remittance back home.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
Why do
yeah.
you think? Why do you think illegal immigrants, are the biggest stain on America? Because a lot of their money, they're not spending a lot of their money back home to build
No,
houses.
They're
Okay,
sending it back home, and
and
they're trying to make it's because. Go ahead.
they, not only that, most
Hmm.
of you getting paid under the table or
Hmm.
work for field labor. Because guess what? If you put them in a house and you're paying them decent money, believe it or not, for under the table work,
Hmm.
and they take that money. How do I know this? I can tell you who all the fucking people working under the table, because them sons of bitches are buying iPhones in cash.
yeah. We just
You
had
just had
we
a
just
judge overturn a conviction of a Somalian scammer because, of course, they're in the pockets, but that won't last. But do understand that all of that is going on in Ilhan Omar's district,
yep.
and all that whole investigation is just they're just walking up the ladder.
Mm,
This is the beauty of money now being backed by blockchain. Because if you notice, a lot of criminal organizations are being taken down because of blockchain. Before, when you had cash, you made the IRS and the FBI do their jobs. Now they don't necessarily have to; they just follow the money. Eventually,
They're fighting the
Ilhan
transactions
Omar is
online.
going.
Hold on, one at a
Eventually,
time.
Ilhan Omar is going to. They're going to trace the money back to her because her husband, with a bunch of failed businesses, now suddenly he got $30 million and a booming winery business out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, they're,
Haram.
they're tracing the money back. That judge, and I'm gonna tell you right now, come next year, a lot of these rogue judges who are doing all this overturning and overstepping, these people are going to start getting impeached and recalled. That big beautiful bill is going to kick a lot of ass as far as judicially, but the beauty of that bill is that it's going to help out a lot of black males, a lot of black unskilled labor, because of all of the warehouse jobs and industry jobs that are coming back.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
So
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
this is why I say, like when Lewis and I had these discussions, I tell him, I'm like, bruh, you're looking at, it's going to be 2 generations before us as black men or manhood, as far as like trying to have a wife and kids in the house. It's going to take 2 generations, because this next generation coming up, they're going to follow this current generation with the prostitution and trying to find the high value man and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But they're going to understand once they get in an older bracket, once they start aging out, hey, look, don't make the mistakes I did. They're going to realize exactly what we've been telling them. Hey, look, you need to find a guy that you can quote unquote do 50-50 with. Although I say 70-30, because as a man, if you can't, okay, let me break it down. My 70-30 rule, as I put it, you pay the mortgage or the rent. She pay the utilities, because if she leave and you got her covering the rent, then you can't afford where you live. Correct?
Oh, correct.
Right. So if you're paying the rent or the mortgage with one check, then you don't care whether she leaves or if she stays or goes, because you can afford your residency. Keep in mind, I'm not talking about a LeBron James type of whatnot. I'm talking about the you, the me, the him, the them, the they that would be considered middle class or below. You ain't got nothing to take. The bitch will break up with you or get a divorce and bounce. She'll go stay with her other lover or anything like that. But the second generation that'll come up in behind this one right now, they'll understand that, hey, look, I can't rely on the government with food stamps, welfare, whatnot, because you only get a 2-year window with that. You only get a 2-year window with that. So maybe it's best if I find somebody that I'm compatible with and I can build a future with, just like when Greg Adams was arguing with Andrew Wilson. I know y'all remember that a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
You've got two different cultures clashing with each other. Nigga culture says fuck the bitches. White Christian culture says let's work together. Do you understand? Because they don't try to live off of the system. They have a whole different value system than what we have. That's why you can, like, what is the new thing now? Andrew Wilson, oh, his wife had 2 kids. Yeah, you know, two kids. He married what they say, he married a single mother. But what they don't realize is that his wife was married twice, 2 times, and produced children in that marriage. It didn't work out. But if you've ever heard his wife talk, she talks just like Andrew Wilson. So therefore, they are a match. It's just that, hey, it just didn't work out. If you get married, ain't you supposed to have kids with your husband?
That's the goal.
Yeah, that's the goal.
So what the fuck what is the big controversy?
See, at some point, even in this space,
that he's being a stepdaddy?
We're going to have a mature conversation with mature men. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
When have you not?
Because here's the part about it.
The manosphere doesn't have mature conversations. I can be 100% fucking honest about that.
Because I'm gonna be very real about it. Every single mother is not equal. Okay?
No.
And every woman who has a child and she's no longer married, if she's a divorced woman, you're not a single mother.
You're divorced. What that term is sometimes like that term in itself is sometimes very misleading, because I always ask the question, what do you mean she's a single mother? What are you talking about? Is she divorced? Is she widowed? Did she just have a child out of wedlock? Was she was she cohabitating with the father and it didn't work out?
Because a single mother really is, by definition, a woman who's the primary and sole caretaker of the child or children. Meaning no help from the father whatsoever. Or if she does 85 to 90%. So, and we know good goddamn well that's usually not the fucking case.
No.
So, when we look at it, welfare was one of the things we had in the government system for damn near 50, 60 years that protected women from their goddamn selves.
True.
You think so? I would say the welfare system that we were up under up until January 1st was definitely created to as far as in the black society, was pretty much to keep us in slave quarters.
Well, it
Because
definitely
if you look at,
it was a
go ahead.
it was a byproduct that you're going to end up still in slave quarters, but it kept those dumbass chicks from starving to death.
Yeah,
And what happens was, I'm one of those people who, shout out to Ronnie Laws, old ways, old days.
Mhm.
And there's a reason why women had to be forced into keeping their womb and their legs shut. And there was a certain type of woman that we looked upon who was sexually liberated. We called them whores. Now they all whores because they think the freedom that a whore gets is liberating, but they don't realize it's actually damning. And why is it damning? It's because they never understood that men look at you and categorize you in a certain way. See, the problem is in the last 50, 60 years, women never took the time to learn men. But this is also the reason why we talk about what happened to the boys when you take daddy out the home. We never talk about what happens to the girls when you take daddy out the home. They pick poorly when it comes to men.
Because they don't have a reference to what a man is. So they will seek validation for just about any Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Literally.
You
When
know
you
what also happens to a woman if she
hold
grows
on.
up with that? With
Let me finish this point. Let me finish this point.
all
you
right,
got you
Let
gotta
Charles finish.
you gotta
all
literally
right.
think about this, right?
Mhm,
You kept them not only enslaved to the
mhm.
Democratic Party, but you kept them from actually going beyond. You ever looked at a motherfucker who was a prime athlete, but something about him kept them from going to greater heights? They could have made the league, but it was their grades. They could have made the league, but they couldn't leave the street life alone.
Anthony Carter's son,
Yeah.
Do you remember Dexter Manley?
Ja
Mhm.
Ja Morant. No, Dexter Manley he made it. Ja Morant.
He did,
Where
but but remember what his issue was?
he
It's the
couldn't
fact.
read and write.
It's
But
the
Couldn't
Ja
read.
Morant is a prime example.
yeah. It's the fact of the matter that there's going to come a time and place where hard decisions are going to be made again, and women who got more than one kid, you're
Hmm.
you're going to be regulated to find. Here it is. I'm 43. I can look at a chick who's 30. I got 3 kids. Were you married? And even if you were married, why do you think you're going to find a better man than the man or men that you had your kids by? What man wants to take on that responsibility of taking care of kids, having a responsibility of taking care of kids without the enjoyment of making them? When you put it like that, it really makes you look at perspective like, y'all bitches really think we're stupid.
You're looking at either a low value man or a high quality woman. But my thing is, like when I used to date single mothers, if my thing was if you had more than 2 kids
Hmm.
and didn't have the same father,
Yeah.
we couldn't. We could. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Not on the dating aspect. Like I'll come by for a couple hours. Maybe I'll spend the night. Maybe you'll spend the night. But as far as like taking you seriously and dating you, no, that was out of the question. I
Mm-hmm.
did that one time and I learned my lesson. But after that, if you had more than one kid, it had to be by the same guy. And most
Hmm.
times when that happened, which wasn't really often, it was only like twice. It's because they were divorced.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? They were divorced.
Or widowed.
I'm talking about from my experience. They were
Yeah.
divorced. I wasn't doing that multiple baby daddy shit because that's nasty. That's reckless because I already knew. I already peeped game. You're looking for your next baby daddy because the other two or three or whatever you had weren't paying child support. And you can tell all you got to do, look, if a chick is not living on your level and you're a well-to-do person and she's living below you as far as means, look, first off, okay, you were talking about the whole disease thing. Well, how
Mhm.
stupid are you not to wrap it up? I'm speaking in general. How stupid are you not to wrap it up with a bitch that ain't living up under your roof that you can account for? You're a very stupid person to be raw dogging a bitch that you can't account for.
Or even bother to get tested beforehand.
Ain't nobody doing all that.
What,
Just
getting
wrap it
tested?
up. Just wrap it up. Just
And here's
wrap
the
it up.
problem, though. And of course, they're going to have the excuses like, well, it doesn't completely protect you from herpes and HPV and whatnot. Then,
Then I'm
motherfucker,
not fucking,
get
then
tested.
I'm not
Wait.
fucking you. Then I'm not fucking you.
Dude, yeah. Now, we're getting tested to find out what you do or do not have. Some people lie about that shit. Where the fuck the...
Bruh, hold on, stop. Bruh, the
All
second you
right.
tell the chick, hey, let's get tested, she automatically feel you don't trust her. It's the same argument a bitch will give you about getting a DNA test on a child. All right. So
Hmm.
don't even worry, just wear a goddamn condom. I mean, if you wear a condom, you
No,
will eliminate 98% of your problems, which is pregnancy and unwanted pregnancy and disease. Wear a goddamn condom.
I'll give you a story about that.
I'm gonna
Why
tell
is that so hard for motherfuckers to understand that shit? Wear a fucking condom.
you, you know why? Because people don't like eating their vegetables with the plastic on, and then next thing they know, they take hot tamales. But but the craziest part about this is that
Mhm.
women are natural incubators, so they're going to carry more diseases than men.
Yeah.
So, and if you live in a major city, sexual transmitted disease, you're pretty much living in a goddamn cesspool. So,
Sodom and Gomorrah.
and and when you think about it, right,
Mm.
some of these chicks don't even know they're pregnant at sometimes until the child is a certain age, and now you're telling me that you got two kids. I've always looked at it funny. I've only sired one child. One,
That you know of.
huh?
I'm being funny. I said what that you know of.
But
I'm being funny.
I was gonna say shit. The only one I'm claiming sucks. But not unless they a good athlete or they super smart. Shit, that's what I'll claim them. But it's. I want you to think about this, right? Because it's like I told Chris earlier. You can have a lot. You can have logic, but sometimes you got to use your emotional intelligence with it. Because
Mhm.
if I go totally stoic, I will crush people. When people talk about when women talk about their weight and their fat, I'm like, it's this thing that God invented called exercise, called proper eating. Even my nephew, he's in town today, put on some weight,
Mhm.
and he looked at me because I was wearing a sleeveless hoodie. He was like, "God damn!" My great nephew was with him, which is his nephew. He said, "Whatever Charles lost, you gained."
Oh.
And it's like you're 10 years younger, but I'm fitter than you. I said, you used to be much more fit than this. I said, you got to realize this shit. When when shit like this comes about, you got to remember, you got to put your best foot forward, no matter when. Because let's be quite honest about this shit. Nobody's gonna love you like you, and that's one of the biggest fucking things in this fucking generation. I'm looking for love. I'm feared to be alone. Bitch, be alone. Part of your fucking masculinity is being the fuck alone. The fuck? If that woman holds so much power, dominion over you because you're scared to be alone, she won. If she says I'm leaving and you just fretting, oh no, 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 she knows she got you. The saddest part, you see a pathetic man scared to be alone. You know what we created when we're alone? You know how many martial arts masters did all kinds of amazing superhuman shit and throughout history? You know, we discovered the fucking numbers. You know, fucking Leonardo da Vinci discovered fucking Mars. Locked up. Yes.
That explains the smell.
Alone. Have you ever realized when a man is by himself and he's alone, he discovers himself? This is the reason why your 20s are your what years? Your adventure years. To get married in your 20s, it's a fool's errand. What the fuck did I learn from the world? You should be the fittest. You should be the most learning shit. You.
Depending on your upbringing. Depending on upbringing.
There you go.
Pretty much.
There you go. And what's the average upbringing of the average black child?
Freelance.
Because guess
feminized.
What? And here's the bad part about it, right? You niggas. Here's the bad part about it. You don't even have enough creativity to even how to suffer in your own fucking self-pity prison lesser. You can't even figure out a way to make your bondage a bit more comfortable. At least niggas invented the cotton gin during slavery. What the fuck did you do? I'm going to say it. Shout out to Sugar Free. You got the same 24 hours as Michael Jackson, and you still chose to be a goddamn nobody. We're developing a society of nobodies. No fucking no fucking sense of fucking learning, no sense of self. I need somebody to complete me. Fuck that.
Well, Charles, donate to my Cash App.
Of course, they would probably say something feminine like, well, what's the incentive of being by yourself? I had to
the incentive of being by yourself that if you have nobody at home to worry about the answer to, you can work longer. You can develop more. Your 20s, your late
They don't see the payoffs.
Let them finish.
Your late teens and 20s are supposed to be the hardest you work in life to learn, to travel, to give. That's why you're supposed to give service during those years. Because this is the problem. This is the reason why you got niggas who are in their 40s talking about your truth. Because you never gave a goddamn thing about you to the world, but you expect the world to pay you back.
Let me tell you something. I got tough love in my 20s. The business was booming when I came down here in 93. I was 22 years old. I'd been evicted twice, been homeless twice here in Atlanta. Never mind that we got a booming business. I could have easily, and trust me, the first time I did ask my father, hey, can you help me out? No, get it yourself. Pay your own rent. Be a man. Stand on your own too.
Right.
I'll never forget. I was sleeping up under because we had the store. I had the key to the store. I couldn't stay. I didn't have any friends I could count on, and my father, my stepmother wouldn't let me stay with them all the way out in Smyrna. I had to sleep up under the production table, the audio cassette production table. That was my home until I got a new one, a new apartment. Do you understand? I had to sleep up under the production table in the store in the cold.
Smart.
I mean, I know it's hot in
Uh,
Atlanta, but it gets cold in these buildings at night.
ooh,
I was 26 years old. You know what I learned from that experience?
what?
Never put myself in a position where I am in a financial hole ever again. I worked 2 jobs all the way up until from 26, 27 years old up until I moved down here in 2019. Do you understand? I'm 54. So for a good grip, I worked 2 full-time jobs. I never, ever, ever, ever wanted to put myself in that position again. I realized the second time I got evicted, I realized that without capital, you are a nobody. You're nothing. You do not matter to nobody around you because you are,
Your
as far as
liability.
I'm concerned, yeah, you're a bum. You're a liability. Ain't nobody gonna give you shit. What does the Bible say about faith?
Faith is meaningless without effort.
Faith without works is dead. Yeah.
It's dead
Faith
and
without-
dead and
Get
nothing.
your ass up off your ass and go out there, as we say, literally get it out the mud as men.
And
There
get it.
is no welfare for us.
And remember, one of the greatest speeches ever from Saint Red Fox. The best way to get on your feet is to get off your ass.
Exactly. I went out
You
there,
big dummy.
sleepless nights. You understand? Made sure everything, I had a comfortable living. I didn't live above my means. You learn the one thing that helps you learn money management is poverty.
Yes, it does.
Poverty, whether you have the money or not, even with even though the situation that I had. Keep in mind, we was top of the food chain when I'm sitting up here getting evicted from apartments because I was being a financial illiterate dumbass. But I learned to stop
Charles.
being financially illiterate. I sit up here, I saved, I scrimped, I busted my ass. Do you understand? So I don't
Yeah.
give. You have to earn it. I've learned to earn it. We're sitting up here, we're at the very bottom of the economic ladder in the United States, sitting up here watching the Confederacy that y'all call the Democrats give away
Your birth.
subsidies that are set aside for poor American citizens, mainly you, at $52,000 a year annual household income. You're at the very bottom of the economic ladder, not the illegals. Not the illegals. They're 4 times better than you. Just so you know, they're fourth from the bottom. You're at the very bottom.
Mm-hmm.
They do better than you, but
Mhm.
you out here fighting for these motherfuckers.
And you fighting once again. The greatest the Democratic Party played on black people is that we're not racist.
Is that they care? This is the Confederacy. I tell people all the time, look, you ain't got to be a Republican, but you do need to be independent. Vote
Mm-hmm.
for the party because your bitch ass ain't sitting up here trying to hand over briefcases and bags of cash to your politician to get shit done. You expect a
I'm cutting the check.
give you something because you have a slave mentality, aka welfare. Give. You beg so much your hands look like cups. They not gonna give you shit. Either you pay for it
Or you
or
take
you get out here and you get it on your own.
or
I
you
say, and this is why I cover what's going on in politics. I say Go with
Mm.
whoever policies work out in your best interest. Communism is not working out will not work out in your best interest. Socialism would not work out in your best interest. A merit-based society has always worked out in your best interest. Remember, you want to talk all this shit about Tulsa and Rosewood and all that shit? Yeah, because you weren't enslaved by welfare.
Nope.
You went out here, got that shit. You worked for it. The black dollar it circulated in black neighborhoods 19 times before it left. Now it's 19 minutes.
And I'm gonna tell you what. Let's learn about. I'm glad you brought up Tulsa real quick. I'm gonna let you finish your statement, but I'm glad you brought up Tulsa. Bay?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, go finish your statement. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, Tulsa,
Mm.
as Sergeant Willie P said, its biggest problem is that they didn't have a gun store.
I was about to say that. How the fuck are you? You know what the number one issue is about making a lot of money? How you going to defend it?
Charles, what have I
Is
been
that
showing
respect?
you the past couple years?
Firearms.
What have I been showing you in text past couple years?
Firearms and firearm safety.
There is look.
What have I preached?
The first thing I did when I hit my lick here in Georgia is security. The first thing I spent money on was security, then food, then generators, then gasoline. Gasoline.
Hey, what up, LAP SWAT?
The first thing you should do is secure. You need security. Pay off your creditors. Get your home and personal protection, and make sure that when they cut the stamps off, you ain't sitting up here on the news talking about, as a grown ass man, because I know y'all saw that dude that looked like he was 40-something years old with his pants sagging, talking about, I can't eat because they cut my $200 stamps off. What type of motherfucking man can't raise $200 in a month?
You can do that begging.
Yeah, under a freeway overpass, you can make $200 in a week. Less than a week. If you know the right spot, you got the funny sign. Ninjas killed my family. Need money for karate lessons.
I swear to God, I actually gave $5. I gave a motherfucker $5. I said, dude, you made my day. Fuck that. Matter of fact, I'm
a funny sign. People know you poor. They know you out here begging, but if you can entertain them, they're like, oh man, this motherfucker's silly. You know what? Here's $5 just for $1, just for making me laugh.
You know what? Because you never know.
I'm retired, Chris Davis. I'm retired. At 54 years old, I'm retired. I retired in 21.
I said, you got to remember that everybody talks about Black Wall Street and Black Tulsa, but nobody ever talks about Black Remington. Nobody ever talks about Black Smith and Wesson. Nobody talks about Black Harmony. Nobody ever talks about that. Right now in America, who's your black gun manufacturer?
Good question.
Nobody.
What's the one thing they don't want you guys to have?
Power.
The ability to power, but the ability to defend yourselves.
Power comes from
the ability to
forms.
Mm-hmm.
Personal protection, financial, and legislative. I mean, pretty much as a black person, you need to have the executive, legislative, and judicial branch going on in your own personal house.
Yeah.
You say I'm retired off my dad's dime, nigga. I got my own money, you stupid motherfucker. I ain't living off his money. His money's in escrow just like mine is. Well, his is fiduciary. His is fiduciary. You stupid motherfucker.
See, why are you coming up here trying to talk about people retired off a dad's dime?
Right. His is fiduciary. None of it. We don't even touch it. Don't have to.
I would say time you out, but since you want to be a jackass, and since I ain't got shit to do tomorrow, what's up, eat? There you go. Bring your ass up here. But
What
yeah,
happens when this is why I don't fuck with internet niggas, because they don't know what the fuck they be talking
Mhm.
about.
I mean, they try to tell about other people's lives, but they can't live
Mhm.
there. Oh
If
yeah,
anybody
I
knows my show,
gotta.
and
remember I used
everybody.
to do the financial. Remember I used to do the financial stuff.
Yeah, the financial
Mhm.
literacy.
Yeah,
And
I stopped doing it because niggas don't listen. I told motherfuckers back when Trump during the election,
Mhm.
when they was talking about Bitcoin was going through the roof, I'm like, dude, at least put $20 on Bitcoin. I put 150 on it, and it was over $2,000. Within 4 months.
yeah. And then think
I'm
about
sitting up here watching these White House press conferences where they're talking to the energy secretary and all of this shit, when they was talking about all these deals they was making. And I'm sitting up here. Remember, I was buying stock. I was like, yo, man, we need to buy
yeah,
these stocks.
yeah,
Yeah, I got the stocks.
yeah.
I
But
got the
All
stocks.
right.
how long, Bay and Namer?
Silly son
Did
of
I,
a
Mhm.
bitch.
how long, Namer and Bay? Did I tell black people to arm themselves, go to the firearms
For a decade, for almost a decade now.
over
Yeah.
a
Over a
decade?
decade. Over a decade. But here's the thing I want to mention, since you're talking about financial literacy. And I mentioned once a couple of times, and I've asked this question to a couple older cats, like AL Evans. By the way, where is everybody's favorite mother trucker these days?
He's doing
Before
all
I
right.
continue, anybody? Is he doing? Is he all right?
He's doing all right. He just gotta get scrape the money
Okay.
to get a new phone. But
Oh, okay. Anyway, my point is, I remember asking him, but Black Rue especially. I asked him 2 point questions. One, do y'all remember when y'all had civics classes in high school?
America,
Secondly, do y'all remember when you had home ec classes in high school? Because remember, they
Yeah.
took those out. Do you remember having those when you were in high school, Charles?
yep, that
I
America's
didn't.
got.
I don't know. I'm an outside. I'm on the outside looking in. I'm honest. I own up to the fact that I'm an outsider looking in. We don't have stuff like that. I had to learn how to be fiscally responsible. Although my situation was different because I was living in another country. But learning how to be fiscally responsible, I had to learn that from my own parents. They had to teach me.
You gotta
And when I opened my first bank account, I had to do that the hard way.
you gotta realize, right? Black
Mm-hmm.
community, you're not taught to be responsible. You're taught to be reckless, and it bites us in the
Oh, so
ass.
wait. Repeat that for the niggas in the back. Repeat that for the niggas in the back.
We're not taught to be responsible. You're taught to be reckless. That's why you had
Mm-hmm.
another rate in the fucking 90s that was exploding. Because a lot of these, back in the day, for a chick to get out of her mother's house, which is probably sometimes the most abusive home to live in, it was
Mm-hmm.
the, especially if she's divorced or she's a single mom, they just get mean as fuck off the well. They like chimpanzees. They get something wrong, snaps in their brain, and just get mean as fuck. And then next thing you know, the quickest way for the chick to get out of her mama's house was to get married. Now, the quickest way to get out your mama's house is to get pregnant. You
Yep.
just system.
Not
And
anymore, though.
not
Not
anymore.
after January 1st.
And then now, guess what's happening? You're going back to the old days, old ways, old days. And the
Mm-hmm.
saddest part about it is this. Let's look at the fundamental flaws going on in America today. All those jobs you fucking took, you fucking looked down upon. Oh, he's a bus driver. How are you going to complain about a bus driver but you don't have a man? See, a lot of these bitches gonna think they high on the hog. What happens when reality sets? At some point, reality is gonna kick you right in the fucking ass.
If it hasn't already.
And what happens is this: a lot of you don't even have the skills that you think you have because America has not even been in the technological age that it thinks it's in. Because
It's ass backwards.
a lot of people can't even qualify to work in some of these factories because a lot of people can't even functionally read.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. Look at we're supposed to be a first world country. Where's our reading and math scores?
At the bottom,
How the fuck?
down the toilet.
How the fuck can I put you on a $100 million fucking piece of military equipment, but you're a fucking 18-year-old who's got the reading of a fucking fourth grader.
Mm.
But you want to
What
complain?
was it, George? What was it George Collins said? They need y'all to be. They don't need you to be smart thinkers. They need you guys to be obedient workers. Just
Well, that's
smart
why
enough to operate this stuff. Just smart enough to smart enough to
that's why
question
your average
things.
American. That's why your average American education, up until about what I would say about when Bill Clinton came in office with the No Child Left Behind program or whatnot,
Hmm.
they taught you how to read, write, and count at an 8th grade level. College was for the elite, but in order to get black women off the welfare rolls, if you were a C student, they would offer you a scholarship or a student loan. You understand? Why do you think you have so many black women who claim to be the most educated, but they're not? They're just the most enrolled with a high dropout percentage of like 47%. But those that actually do graduate, look at the
Hmm.
degrees that they have. They have them bitch made Dr. Umar degrees in like psychology and shit like that. They don't or Bolivian lesbian ballroom dancing. They have the most shittiest, useless degrees, but it leaves college if they graduate with over $100,000 in accruing debt. Do you
Debt
understand?
peonage. Now, debt peonage has also been one thing they've been able to do to a lot of people when you think about it, fam. That's how
So
keep you guys under control through debt peonage and student loans, car notes.
right, so they turn. Not only do they turn the black females into slaves through the welfare system, but they also turn them into slaves through the educational system, because as long this is a capitalist country, as long as you are drowning in debt or don't have the funding to fund your lifestyle the way accordingly, you will forever be a slave. This is
It's
what
techno
people don't
feudalism.
even understand. This is why
Hmm.
when dudes say, "Are you living off your father's money?" No, I'm not. Did you not fucking hear me say that I've been working 2 jobs since I was 27 years old?
Don't
What
say
the
that.
fuck you
Hmm.
think I did with the money? I wasn't living in goddamn mansions and buying yachts and jet skis and shit. The highest rent
You were
I paid,
saving.
the highest rent I paid
Hmm.
for 5 years was $850.
A
You
month.
understand? And I'm working 2 jobs. I even had people living with me that were splitting the bills because nobody lives for free, from adult to children. Children, your job is to clean your fucking room and get good grades in school. Okay?
Hmm.
Do your chores. Nobody lives for free. So I was never financing somebody. So, but when I was by myself, I could afford my little 2-bedroom townhouse, paying $600 a month. This was back in in the late 90s, early 2000s, because there was no such thing as inflation the way it is right now. So all I did was stack off 2 full-time jobs, one of them being a salary job at $70K a year. You understand? So no, there was
Not
no such.
including utilities here.
Right, but that wasn't shit. $150
Hmm.
at the most paid my fucking utility, between the electric bill from the air conditioner to the heating bill in the winter. It was a balance out
Hmm.
because I'm in
Yeah,
Ohio. When you're in Ohio,
and
if
you learn
if
to.
it's if it's cold, your heating bill
Hmm.
goes up, your electric goes down. If it's hot,
Hmm.
your heating bill goes down, your electric goes up. I've had $20 fucking heating bills and $20 electric bills. You know what I'm saying? Based on
Yeah, I
weather.
know what you're saying.
So, right. So
Based on
all I
weather.
did was stack. When I moved down here to Atlanta, I'm sorry, that move came out of my motherfucking pocket. That was a
On your own accord.
That was a $20,000 goddamn dollar tab. I had no problem paying it.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I swear to God, this is why I hate internet niggas. Y'all don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. Y'all hear some shit and make formulations and run with it because you're a bum. You don't ask questions, you just formulate. You're a bum. You motherfuckers are bums. You are fine. Shut up. You're financially illiterate. You're financially illiterate, but you think you know every goddamn thing. And I've been telling you motherfuckers for the longest, you need to do this, you need to do that. Matter of fact, as I said earlier, I caught up with one of my homeboys in Ohio, right? I cussed his ass out because I said, dude, back when we were working together 15 years ago, when we was working with some white boy, his father was an investor, multi-millionaire investor. I said, hey, y'all, we need to form an investment club. I said, bro, remember you and the old boy turned around and looked at me like I was crazy?
Mm-hmm.
And the white boy whose father was the investment banker, he looked at me like, damn, because he never expected that to come out of my mouth. But they never did it. And dude was like, man, I wish we would have listened to you back then. I was like, yeah, well, I listened to me. I did it without y'all.
Fair enough.
Do you understand? I pay the rent this motherfucker. My name is the principal on the lease in this motherfucker. Do you understand? This shit comes, everything that gets bought here comes out of my motherfucking pocket. I've redid the living room, the dining room, both of my parents' room, and my room. That shit came out of my motherfucking pocket. You niggas are bums. You don't know what the fuck you talking about. This is why I have problems with y'all. This is why I be so bitter and angry, because I'm talking to stupid niggas who only give a fuck about they dicks and the bitches who ain't fucking them and gossip. You're pathetic to me. You're fucking pathetic.
Tell me how you really feel.
I am. I'm sick of this shit. I deal with the most pathetic motherfuckers in the world, and I be like, how can I get away from you, sorry sons of bitches? How can I get away from you, sorry sons of bitches, who ain't got a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of, but you want to pass judgment on somebody?
Well, Vermont's good at this time of year. Well, it's cold, but it's cool. But this is why I asked the question earlier.
Fuck you. That's how I feel. Fuck you.
Okay.
Sorry, not you.
Well, bend over, motherfucker. Anyway.
Like, I try to do the business shit. Niggas don't listen because you know what? They rather talk about bitches that they can't fuck or gossip.
You know what, babe?
And then wonder why they fucking at the very fucking bottom.
Okay, bitter. You remember Alonzo Hall? Hold on a second, Charles, if I may. Bitter. Are you familiar with Alonzo Hall? One of our brothers in the space who talks about the finances and such. Huh?
But go on.
This motherfucker, I got a chance to follow one of his live streams a while back, and bro was on fire because he explained, like, he said it very poignantly. He said, I can't do his voice right, but what he said was, I'm out here telling you brothers, I'm giving the game out to a lot of y'all, but I know 90% of you niggas ain't gonna use it. And meanwhile, I just got this out. I just been reached out by some other YouTubers on the financial tip who reached out to me, and we're working out some stuff. You got to find like-minded brothers. That's what it is.
You know what my Bible is? Blueprint for Black Power by Dr. Amos Wilson. You know which lecturer I really identify with more than anybody?
Who?
Even though I, Ace Boone Coons with Khalid, the one that I listened to the most was Dr. Claude Anderson.
Of course.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, without finance, you just a begging ass nigga out here with a goddamn sign. You out here like Dr. Umar, or excuse me, doctor in quotations. You out here like Umar, a drug
I
addicted
beg your pardon.
with
I beg your
pipe.
pardon.
You're a drug addicted pipe dream motherfucker who does nothing but revel in gossip and bullshit, and you caught up in all types of scandals and shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's the epitome of the average black male. You always got pipe dreams in your head. You ain't really doing nothing. You just talking, but you have nothing that you own nothing. You have nothing to show for your life's work, but some raggedy poor shit. This is why, Charles, I swear to God, I commend you because you're at least doing something. You're providing protection, which is what black people need. They need a black lion security all across the United States.
But guess who doesn't support?
With motherfuckers
Black
who
folks.
actually think black first.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be running around trying to beat the bushes, trying to find a racist under every bush and shit. I mean, that's exhausting. That's fucking exhausting. You deal with the problem when it comes. You don't go looking for it. Am I lying?
No, you're not. In fact, to your point, Bitter.
Wait. I'm talking to Charles. Am I lying? Do you go looking for the problem, or do you wait for it to rear its ugly head?
You do preventive maintenance. It's a container.
Yeah, so you see the pattern.
You see the pattern.
You sniff it out. Am I lying?
Right. That's how you're supposed to do it.
Right. I mean, it's like, and I don't have any military experience. I wasn't a 20-year cop. I mean, it's just common fucking sense.
But black people will tell you. Black people will tell you all the time, you don't know anything.
But this is what happens when you talk to niggas who ain't never owned shit in their life outside of a fucking car that wind up getting repoed or they wrecked it or something like that. They never own anything past a car. You know what I'm saying? Grandma, grandpa, or they parents leave my house. The first thing they do is sell the motherfucker, or they can't keep up with the goddamn the tax payments or whatnot. So they wind up selling it. Or it gets taken by the city. You know what I'm saying? These are the motherfuckers. I don't relate to y'all. Y'all people like that, I can't relate to you. You can say that I'm trying to be elitist or classist, but no. This is about upbringing. You understand? We kept properties till we couldn't have them no more. I wish the hell my sister sold the fucking my sister sold the fucking family home out from up under us because of a goddamn plumbing issue. She didn't talk to me about it till after everything had happened. Come to find out, you sold the fucking house back to the bank. They sold the house. It was in the will. My stepsister and me, we got a split of the sale of the house. Okay. All right. So that's for those of you who don't want this is how I hit my lick. I had my re-up. They sold the fucking house. Come to find out that it was just a squirrel stuck in the damn. It died in the pipes. We could have kept the house. Could have kept the fucking house in Smyrna. And if you know anything about Georgia and Smyrna, you know them properties go for some serious cash. I wish like fucking hell she would have called me and said, "Hey, look, the main bathroom, the water's backing up." I'm like, call the fucking plumber. Instead, she talked to her uncle who told her to sell the house because he thought he was going to get a cut because he was in the will. He thought he was going to get a cut from the fucking sale of the house. He didn't get shit because he wasn't in the will. Man, no, he was in the will. You know what he got? He got a business that no longer existed. He got part of that. Because we had been sold the business and she didn't update the will. So therefore, what he got was null and void because she sold the business to her cousin Kevin. So he got nothing in a will. His inheritance from her was null and void.
Wow.
Right. That's how we lost the house in Smyrna. But it's fine. It's fine. We got a GI Bill. I've already got a plan in place. I'm gonna get a house and put two tiny houses in the back and rent those out for like $1,000 each. Gee, how many of you have thought that far ahead? Charles, don't you have a GI Bill?
Yep.
Can you get a house with no money down?
Well, GI is for education. The VA housing loan, you could do that.
Have you thought about that?
Oh yeah.
Getting a property and then getting a loan and putting some properties on it, like two tiny houses. You rent them out for like $1,000 each. They pay for themselves in less than 2 years. Pay themselves off because it costs you anywhere between $15,000 to $20,000 for them to have it dropped off. It's $10,000 flat, but you got delivery and the construction fee.
You said you're back.
You know what I'm saying?
Huh? Because I didn't see you backstage. So if you're coming backstage, come back. But,
yeah, so you're looking at about $20,000 max just to have the house set up. You don't need an electrical hookup. You don't need a plumbing hookup because it has a filtration system with the water. Even if you take a shit, they filtrate that water. You just have to change the filter once a month or whatnot. But the electricity comes from the solar panels that are part of the roof. You put two tiny houses on your property, you rent them out for $1,000 a month or whatever you want to charge. That shit'll be paid off in less than 2 years, and then all you looking at is pure profit.
Okay.
I just now lace y'all with game for those of y'all who actually own some property and got enough land to drop that shit on there. Did I just lace y'all with game?
Hopefully.
You did.
Let's see. Here's the bad part, right? It only helps thinking motherfuckers. You can't educate an idiot willfully stay such a way. You can't educate people.
Hello, Charles, and all my beautiful brothers on the panel. How y'all doing?
Oh, Sheila.
Charles, I'm getting you. I was in the back. I was camming up. I said, I hope you don't think I'm a troll. You had me back there for like 10 minutes.
Oh no, we were just.
Sorry, I was in a rant.
I said, let me mess with Charles.
Sheila.
How y'all doing?
But that was her intro every time. Oh, she.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Put away the Jericho wig, please.
Because I'm cooking my I had to put on my like yeah, I had to okay.
Oh.
Look, she around the way girl with them bamboo earrings.
Yeah, I'm ghetto fabulous, y'all. I can't with y'all. You know what? I love y'all. I really do. Because they're always trying to say, oh, yeah, because y'all remind me of my uncle and my brother, y'all educating, whatever. So I'm like, you know what? It's always the ugly ones trying to give y'all a bad name. Like us nice looking girls, we adore y'all. We do.
Definitely appreciate it.
We do.
It's the fact of the matter that we've been in this space for so goddamn long that we try to elevate the conversation, right, babe?
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to,
he's caught up in his Melvin Riley moment right now. He's in his Melvin Riley phase right now.
Okay, so I'm letting her. Go ahead, Charles. You got
just kind of calm my nerves.
A lot of times, people confuse passion for bitterness or anger, and the shit that really makes you bitter is when you're stupid. And they can't claim ignorance anymore. They got to claim stupidity because they've been taught that.
Can I tell my story again, Charles?
Go ahead.
Okay. My mother is from a middle class family, but she chose like the hood life or whatever. So my uncle did like nerds, educated, whatever. And so that's all when I hear y'all, I'm like, oh God. You know, cause one of my uncles he a pastor, then one he retired. We got like 20 acres down south, you know, and y'all mind me of them. And I was like, God, why everybody be giving them a bad rap? You know what I'm saying?
You know why? Because in our community we don't like winners.
I agree with that. I agree with
We
that.
don't.
Yeah.
If we have somebody who's a little smarter than others because that's his or her naturals, you know, approach to life, disposition, their approach, and we don't like to say we have people that are better at certain things. We like to keep it all equal. And as a people, as men and women of the black race of the Americas, we should know goddamn well that everybody's not. Well, we fall.
Highlight that, Charles. I'm sorry. Highlight what I just posted.
Well, I've been telling my son-in-laws about y'all guys, and I just got off the cruise yesterday. And my daughter and my son-in-law, they said, "Mom, you don't have to cook Thanksgiving no more because you go on the cruise." So I was like, "Okay." We went on the cruise. I got off. I was like, you know what? I seen you yesterday with Mella and them on the piano or whatever, and I was like, oh, I said, let me check Charles out, whatever. So my daughter she 27. She getting married next year.
Nice.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I have 2 daughters. Yeah. So I've been telling my family about y'all, whatever, my uncle and whatever. And but y'all good guys. But it's always, I'm gonna be honest, like they call me a pick me or whatever, and I don't really come around y'all, whatever. Different ones, like, you know, Bomb Cherry, her crew, whatever. We ain't gonna go there. We're not even gonna go there. And it's always, and I'm gonna keep it real, the unattractive, ain't got nothing going on, woman's always against y'all. They're angry because they wasn't chosen, whatever. But when you get the girls nice looking, whatever, they're not doing that to y'all. And Charles, I'm almost 60. I'm a 58 years old woman. I was married for almost 30 years. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So yeah. So
that long?
Yeah. I got married real young. Real young. I got chosen real young. Yeah.
You got they'll call you a pick me because you were actually picked. It's like being at recess back in the day, and you were playing baseball, and nobody picks the last kid. That's how a lot of big motherfuckers are. And
I know.
It's funny because I could, if I had a TV show and I had nothing but black women, there's 3 to 5 things I think about. One is their disposition. 2, it's their weight. 3, be pleasant. 4, learn how to be a conversationalist and know when to be quiet and know when to talk. It's not a slave thing, but guess what? You don't want to come off as annoying. Men have.
But Charles, you humble. You not that. You really easygoing, Charles. You are. You on BGS? Y'all not like everybody think.
I appreciate that.
You know, cause I'm rough and tough. Like I'm more like I'm a little tomboy when I was growing up, whatever. So everybody look at me, they think I'm materialistic. They say I'm not. Y'all is easygoing. Well, so my thing is, see, they're not gonna come over to y'all with that mess because y'all have standards and morals.
Well, you got to think about it, right? There's some people in this space, experienced in talking to other men and women. They're not talking to. You got to think. I'm 43 and Babe's like 53, and you're supposed to grow into your. Supposed to be comfortable in your. And a lot of people get stuck in that self-pity prison. Oh, she didn't pick me up in high school. Fuck it then. I mean, at some point you got to let go.
Mhm.
You're not going to grow still going in a circle. You got to go forward. People will appreciate you and your greatness when you're not there.
Mhm.
I'd rather have people, man, I didn't see you in a while than to say, oh, you're here again.
I always be in your clouds and stuff, BGS, and because you look, I'm under the sisterhood too. You know,
Oh,
I
yeah.
got the sister. I'm the sisterhood.
Oh, yeah. And
Yeah.
it's funny because women like you could actually teach the sisterhood, but guess what you found out? The sisterhood doesn't like to learn.
Okay, so that's why I'm coming in because I'm gonna bring some outsiders in. So we're gonna Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because a lot of times, the first people that need to check women are women. That's how it should be. Because
Just like any traditional society.
wait, I'm listening and sipping. Go ahead.
mhm. Because really, women used to tell women stop treating your husband that way.
Mm-hmm.
Because they would tell you there's a lot of women out there who would love to have what you got.
Right, right. You right.
And all they got to do is bring a smile.
Let me tell you something. I had went to, and y'all see my hair, my blonde. I went to Georgia because I had to relocated in West Virginia. I'm from New York. I got my divorce. I had a house in Indiana, so I went to West Virginia. You know what I'm saying? I want to get away from everybody because So I don't know nobody or whatever. Got me a little condo there. So I've been there for 3 years. So my daughter said, you know what, Mom, you've been so good to us. Them and their husband, one husband and fiance, we're gonna put you on a cruise for you don't have to cook this Thanksgiving. You don't have to cook no more. I said, okay. So I want to get my hair braided. So this hairstyle right here, the girls when I had went to her she's like, oh no, I'm gonna hook you up, you're gonna be fabulous. She gave me this blonde hair, whatever. I was like, and I didn't want to tell her I wanted braids because when I wear my hair I wear it updo or whatever, and I'll come back and let y'all see it when I take this out. She done gave me a blonde hair with all this, and when I went on the cruise, that's all I seen with the black girl with all this weed or whatever. So I said, you know what, okay, my daughter paid for it, whatever, $185 for it. I had it for the week. I said, you know what, yeah, fun or whatever. But the end of the day is, what I'm saying is, it ain't what you don't worry about the looks. It's your mind. You know what I'm saying?
And I think that's one of
Because I don't wear the hair wear me. Wherever I go, I get compliments and stuff like that. I ain't saying I'm like all that or whatever, but I'm not a bad looking girl.
No. I think that's one of the major issues,
Mhm.
right, for a lot of women in our community is the mindset.
Right.
Because a lot of projection that goes on. Oh, you got
Mhm.
white women.
Mhm.
No. But
Mhm.
it's funny because when they look for women, they look for a certain characteristic. They want that
Right.
certain thing. They don't want an aggressive, argumentative, cantankerous curmudgeon of a woman. They want
Mhm.
the woman to be their their helpmate. Oh, you want somebody to cook for you all the time. But then they'll get upset. Find a woman that cooks all the time. Oh, you just kill people.
Well, I'm sitting up here cooking collard greens. I'm making my collard greens. I just seasoned my chicken, everything. We getting ready for. I'm at my sister's house now. We getting ready for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So I came
Okay.
here. Yeah, my brother-in-law, whatever. Yeah.
And it's funny that a lot of the cooking arts used to get you a lot of men.
Mhm.
I told you, you go to the mechanic shop, you go to the guys who were construction workers, the guys who were blue collar workers.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
I'm a child of the 80s, but I remember a good portion of the 80s. Where you used to see the bigger ladies, the big lady, will come down there
Right.
with a healthy ass plate. And she got a crush on this little mechanic. Mechanic
Ooh.
Yeah.
Fix her car, right? Go ahead, Charles.
Fix her car. She needs a husband. That's what she kept doing.
Mm-hmm.
Bringing him
Cooking nice things for him.
bringing these nice plates. Made some half and half, some lemonade, iced tea, cool to the brim. Had a whole
Whew.
thing of that shit. And guess what? She endeared herself to other traits and values that she couldn't compete on the physical scale as normally for a normal or size woman.
Mm-hmm.
So she had to compete, but guess what? She ended up getting married back there.
Well, Charles,
Ooh,
Charles,
man. I'm on mute.
think about it this way. What is it they say? The fastest way to a man's heart is through what?
His stomach.
His stomach.
But
Mhm.
Which reminds
Oh,
me,
by the way,
what you making for Thanksgiving?
Oh,
What you
we
cooking?
have a fried turkey, baked turkey. We have collard
Yeah.
greens, potatoes. We doing it big here, and I'm in North
Mhm.
Carolina.
Collard greens is illegal.
Yeah, so we doing it big here for Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Oh man,
I started to do I started to fry turkey, but after
Mhm.
like looking at how much of a pain it was, I said, "No, fuck
It's
that."
not. How many pounds of turkey? How big is the turkey?
I bought a 16 pounder.
That's not
Currently, it's
big.
no, it
Wait,
was
hold
just three
on.
of us. You
Hold
know, it's
on, hold
fine.
on.
But
Hold on.
currently, it is soaking in Italian dressing.
Wait, let me show you my
Wait, good.
Yeah,
brother-in-law
Mhm.
turkey. It's not
yeah.
that
I got my
big.
turkey soaking in Italian dressing. I'm gonna throw it in the oven about 12 o'clock.
Mhm.
You know,
Watch
and
this.
we'll be ready to go.
They're gonna be trading a lot of recipes here, folks. Stand
I
back and
know,
witness.
right?
it's
You
called
see
black.
it? You see it?
Oh yeah, that's a.
Hold on, blow that up, Charles. Can
Let me
you
see
blow
if I
her thing up?
I'm trying to understand.
Come on, man.
StreamYard's been fucking up with everybody's shit.
Done, bro.
Fucking,
What it
fucking
look
up.
like? What is that? That look like a costume.
Oh no, that's a fried turkey. That's a fried
I
turkey.
can't see it.
Yeah.
It looks
It
like
been
a
here for 2 days. My brother-in-law. Y'all seen it?
I've seen it.
Yeah.
I'm on
Oh,
iPad.
show it again. Okay, what is that? What you got it in? What's your
No, he
recipe?
just seasoned it. He seasoned it. It's a small one.
What?
16. It's
There
16
we go.
pounds.
What he do? How'd he season it? What he do?
What he did, he did his seasoning or whatever. And wait,
You don't want to give out the
no,
Kentucky
he
Fried
did. I
Chicken
don't know
secret
what he seasoned because his seasoning is different from mine. No, because he seasoned it. Yeah. So and yeah, it been there for 2 days. For 2 days.
All right.
Yeah. I did my little look.
Charles.
I did my little collard
Yeah.
greens. You know when you do it, they come down real.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We got the
This year we not even.
we ain't playing here.
Is that a ham?
Uh-huh.
Okay. We're not even like usually like we'll do like the sweet potato pies. We're not even doing sweet potato pies this year. Like I got the grocery list. I'm looking. I'm like, wait a minute, where's sweet potatoes? Like, okay, if you don't want to make them.
What?
They were like Sheila here now. Oh shoot, because I like to do it because my mother, my sister, it's just her husband and her she had one daughter. She in college, she came home or whatever. So they like she's simple, but when we come, we do it big or whatever. So they're doing it pretty good, because I was gonna go home. I said, let me stop at my sister's house. Unexpected. I ain't think she was gonna cook. So he's like, okay.
How many
so
people you normally get on like Thanksgiving? How many people normally pop up for a plate?
And my daughter, she doing a big one. She have her fucking.
No, I was asking you.
Go ahead.
Sheila, how many people normally pop up for a plate? Around Thanksgiving.
Oh God, over 12 or 13.
Okay. What about you, Charles?
What's that?
How many people pop up at your house for a plate if you cook for Thanksgiving?
Not a goddamn. I'm hopping over there.
What about you, naming you overseas. I ain't worried about you. But what about you, Chaos?
When have you ever worried about me? Damn it.
I worry about you when you need a whooping.
No, you
So
don't.
Chaos, how many people normally pop up at your house if you cook for Thanksgiving? I guess he's just listening.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just listening.
I
But
normally I get like about 5 people that'll pop
mm,
up out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? They'll
mm.
hit me up like right now. Like no, the phone has been dry, right? As far as like the relatives that live down here in Georgia, but come
I
tomorrow
just
about
left Georgia
12 o'clock,
yesterday.
they'll be texting.
Hmm.
What's say?
I just left Georgia yesterday.
Oh, okay.
My daughter have a my baby daughter have a house in Georgia. I just left there yesterday.
Where's she at? Where area?
It's Strawbrook Bridge.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, she got a house. Yeah. So I had we just got off our cruise. So they had took my car and
Carnival.
then my yeah. Mm-hmm.
Carnival.
Huh?
Carnival
No, we
cruise?
don't do Carnival. We did Royal.
Okay.
Nah.
Right.
We went to Grand Turk and then we went to Haiti.
Okay.
Yeah. No, we.
Did y'all
I
meet
never.
up
I never.
with-
You know
Did
what? I
y'all
want to
meet up
go on
with
Carnival. I
barbecue
never
when
went
y'all
on
went to
Carnival.
Haiti? Did
Yeah,
y'all
I
meet up
never went to
with
Carnival
barbecue?
before. Huh?
Did y'all meet up with barbecue when y'all went to Haiti?
We had
Okay.
went. Oh, you know what? You ain't no good. I never been on Carnival. I want to go there, cause that's the ghetto on in the sea. I want to go to.
Yeah.
I never been
But
there.
there-
I never been to Carnival.
Carnival, you got stepbrothers raping and murdering their sisters.
Stop. That's not. Oh, yeah. I
You know
heard
he
they
ain't
be
no good.
cause Roy, where I go at, they're more conservative, they're classy, they're laid back. Carnival, I had to turn it up. So I want to go there.
Have you been to Trinidad? Port of Spain in particular?
Huh?
Have you been to Trinidad and Tobago? Especially like in around Port of Spain? Like they
No,
turn
I
it up when they have
always be.
carnival.
I always go like on the I never been there, but cruises.
Hmm,
Yeah.
okay.
Hmm.
Hmm. By the way,
That's
Sheila,
funny. Y'all familiar with
what part of
Messy
me?
Michelle? Y'all familiar with Messy Michelle?
Y'all's a mess.
She was talking
What
about
is he
because
saying?
she always Messy Michelle. She's a content creator here. She always be giving like like the cruise news, and it's always Carnival with some crazy stuff.
Oh,
She
I seen that the other day because when I go, I'm like, I never been on Carnival. I said I'm gonna go there because I heard they be acting up on Carnival. I just want to
yeah.
go there for the experience. I just want
She
to go.
she got mad at me because I said Carnival is always Carnival. It ain't always Carnival. I'm like, Messy, I get my cruise news from you, and you always talking about the crazy stuff going on Carnival. Why you
Oh
mad at
God,
me?
why you
Because
told her
she
that?
loves to go on cruises, and she always do Carnival. I'm like, shoot, like
That's
I'd
too
rather
cute.
do Royal. I would
Yeah,
do
that's
Royal.
why
Mhm.
I went Freedom of the Sea, and yeah, I went Freedom of the
Yeah.
Sea.
People getting
Mm.
kidnapped and sold into sex slavery on Carnival.
Yeah, the girl just got killed by her stepbrother on
Yeah, her
Carnival.
stepbrother. Yeah, the
Mm-hmm.
boyfriend said that he caught him, they were FaceTime and she fell asleep. The stepbrother came in, tried to, you know, get him little, sleep sex on her, but he scared
Fuck
him off of
yeah.
her and whatnot. Yeah. I mean, that's a wild story. I feel bad for that girl, but I'll tell you right now, if I was that girl's father, I'm sorry, the stepson wouldn't have made it back to shore.
No.
Charles, I apologize.
You
I'm
jumped
coming up
off
on
the
your
back
piano.
end of
I'm
the
feeling
boat.
good with my little wine. I'm coming up here turning up your piano. Go ahead.
You know what? I'm a little intrigued by Sheila by accident because she kind of reminds me of the Underrated Darkness.
Who's that?
The accent.
Yeah, is she what? She a New Yorker? What
Underrated.
part of New
Oh,
York you
my
from?
brother. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
that's my brother. Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard from him in a while. I haven't heard from him in a minute. But what part of New York you from?
He be on TikTok. He from New York, but I'm upstate New York. Upstate we more country.
Where about?
I'm by Poughkeepsie, West Point.
Oh yeah. Oh, but
Yeah.
Poughkeepsie. I remember
Yeah.
Poughkeepsie. That's where Bill
Mm-hmm.
Duke. Wait, hold a second. You know you don't fucked up, right? You know that. You know that, right?
Why? I'm the wizard.
Bill,
No,
no,
I'm
Bill, no, no,
sound
no, no, no,
behind.
no, 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 no. That's not what I mean. What's his name? The actor Bill Duke, born and raised Poughkeepsie, New York.
He doing what is that? Poetic Justice? Doing the scene from
No, I'm
Oh
doing no. The,
wow,
the
he
interrogation
from
scene
Poughkeepsie,
from
New
Menace to
York. But I'm
Society.
not from
yeah,
Poughkeepsie. I'm
Yeah.
from Bobby Poughkeepsie. Really? Oh,
Okay. Yeah, he's from Poughkeepsie, born and raised in Poughkeepsie.
oh
He talks so
wow.
eloquently because he grew up he grew up like in the 40s and 50s. And his father was a veteran from World War II,
Mm-hmm.
and his father was a stand-up dude. He talked about how his father, like uh, messed up two cops when Bill Duke Senior took his wife and his kids out for a night out,
Really? Really?
and they got pulled over by two cops, and the cops was like being really racist to him, and he fucked them up. And then when they went to central booking,
Mm-hmm.
he explained to the chief, "Sir, I served in this country,
Mm-hmm.
and I do not deserve to be disrespected like that. That's why I did what I did to your officers." The chief
Wow.
looked at him and said, "You know what? You're right. We're sorry for the problem, Mr. Duke. You and your family have a pleasant evening afterwards."
Poughkeepsie is
That
more
was
like
back then.
they're conservative too. I like
Yeah,
Poughkeepsie. Yeah.
they're very traditional, laid back, and everything. I get that. Yeah, I mean they're more
Upstate.
quieter.
Yeah. Upstate is
Hmm.
totally different from my mother was born in the Bronx. And then when she turned a teenager,
Hmm.
my grandmother moved upstate. But my grandmother was from down south. But she always
Oh,
heard
really?
about yeah. So yeah. Cause we had my great grandfather had 90 acres down south. So we had land down
Okay.
south. So
Oh,
but
that's
it's
nice.
yeah, so it's
I'm
sad
sorry,
that
I don't
none of
mean to
us don't want to
interrupt,
build
but
on it. But I'll go there like so many months or whatever. Matter of
Hmm.
fact,
Well,
I'll
shit,
be
you
there
always try
next
to
year.
you always try to interrupt, man. We know you ain't no good.
I
Go
know
ahead.
you
Who
ain't talking
said?
about
Oh,
that.
he ain't no
Yeah,
You
good.
go
good.
ahead. Go
He
ahead.
ain't
I'm
no
listening.
good.
Yeah.
All right, Dana. Whatever. All right. So
I love you. I love you. Hey, come on. This is what happened when an asshole meets a dick. This is what it is. It's all love. It's all love.
Yeah, man.
It's all
are
love.
you done? Are you
I'm
done?
waiting for Mela to come. Charles, I'm
Anyway,
waiting for
Charles.
Mela to pop up. I'm waiting for
Oh
Mela
Oh
to
boy.
no,
pop up.
she's
Mela, if
sleeping.
you in
She
the
ain't here now.
clouds,
No.
come
If she
down.
ain't here
Yeah.
now, she ain't. If she ain't here
Yeah.
now, she ain't coming up. But
Yeah.
Charles,
Uh,
That would be
I
sad.
got
Because you know what? I'm be honest. I'm be honest. Let me tell you something. I found that a lot. Let me tell you something, Charles. I'm be honest. And
mhm.
you know, I don't speak elegant, whatever, but a lot of women speak elegance, whatever, behind their avatars. Mm, mm.
Eloquently.
Yeah. I mean, in the B sector, a lot of them, that's why a lot of them don't want to come up. That's why I can't. Let me tell you something. One thing, let me tell you something. I'm be honest. I'm now for 58, I think I look pretty good. A
Pretty
lot
good.
of women, when you not attractive woman, you ain't gonna want to come up with stuff. You gotta be good.
But
Let me
that
tell
is
you
actually
something. Yeah, y'all men, yeah. A lot of let me
Mhm.
tell you something. They talk cute and all that, whatever. Attractive woman, she gonna come up.
yeah.
She gonna come up. Yeah. Mhm. So
Yeah.
just be careful. Just be careful. I'm telling you. Y'all just be careful. There's a lot of game
Uh,
going on in you two streets. It is. Mhm.
I mean,
I got my
there's
night
a
clothes,
reason
my
why.
little satin pajamas, whatever. But
Mhm.
yeah.
Oh,
Just
let me see. Let
y'all
me
just
see.
be careful. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's like, yeah. You look. I ain't seen satin pajamas like
Yeah,
that in a long time. I
these
remember.
my satin pajamas. Yeah, but I'm just saying, just
Mhm.
be careful. Charles, I be in the clouds. I be listening. Yeah,
Yeah.
just be careful
Uh oh.
because
Yeah. Give him a minute. Charles just stepped out back, so he'll be back. But in the
yeah.
meantime,
But I'm just saying, go ahead.
first of all, Sheila. First of all, nice to meet you. Pleasure to meet
Nice
you.
to
First of
meet
all,
you
first time
too.
meeting you.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. I'm Charles's little. I'm just Charles's little brother from another mother. 4 months apart. No,
You
5 months.
said
Well,
4
4 or
months.
5 months apart. Yeah, we know we're
Okay,
exactly 5 months apart. So it's that ghetto twin from the other side of the planet, side of the planet, as he would say.
okay.
Um, but I remember I see. But I know through him, I know under underrated darkness and a few other people and whatnot. We just
That's my
vibe
big
like this.
brother. Yeah.
Mm. Oh, he's my big brother. Although he keeps calling me Stick Diggly. I never understood that. It's Diggy, but I love it anyway.
Yeah.
Good brother, good brother. Had some great conversations with him. I haven't heard from him in a while though.
He be on TikTok. He doing good on TikTok. He doing a lot
Okay.
of people left YouTube, went on TikTok, and yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he doing excellent on TikTok. Yeah.
Yeah, well, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people messing with the gram nowadays, huh?
Yeah. And you know
Not
what? I'm
not
gonna
that
be
many people
honest.
messing with
This
the gram.
sector not kicking no more. It's not like
Huh? Yeah.
between Charles and BGS and
Mhm.
Aunt T and Big J. A lot of people not really going live like that no more. Our sector's going
Mhm.
dead. And then you got these newies. I mean, they're really giving the manosphere a bad name.
Like they're like they're coming in just like
Mm-hmm.
they're just coming in hard. You're just coming in head first, hard headed, without getting the knowledge or whatnot. Because a lot of them,
Mm-hmm.
look, how old? Most of them are how old? What in their 20s?
No, no, you got some in the 30s and the 40s. It's a whole.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
it's a whole new. I'll be over at the B sector. It's sad, yeah. And then I'll
The
be
D
over to
sector.
the fashion. Yeah, I'll be over to the fashion sector, whatever. Like doing,
Okay.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, truth be told, a lot of the manosphere, when you think about it, is just surface level conversations. Some of the in depth stuff
Mm-hmm.
takes place offline where it needs to be. I mean, there's a time and place for everything. I'm glad my
Right,
father taught me that.
right,
Oh,
right.
for your information, I'm not African American.
So okay. And what?
I'm African.
Okay, and what?
So,
So what that
hmm?
mean?
No, no, just letting you know, because some people have misconceptions about me.
Okay, so
All right.
they ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
No, no, no. Just letting y'all know. Just letting people know, just in case
I have
people,
Jamaican
slip.
nephews and nieces, and
Okay.
my family biracial, and
Okay. All right. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
mm.
That's cool.
Well, you said a
Just being
lot of people
cordial,
have
just
a
being
problem
respectful.
with you
No, most people have misconceptions about me sometimes.
on
That's why I always
YouTube,
mention
right?
what I am.
On
Yeah,
YouTube.
because the way I sound and everything.
Let me tell you something. A lot of people
Mhm.
haven't got so much attention until they got on social media behind their
Mhm.
avatars and different. They ain't got nothing going on in real life. And this go for males and females, because when they go outside the
Man, that
house,
goes.
ain't nobody checking for
Mhm.
them. So that's why I say, you
That's
know
cool.
what? Nah.
No, that's all right. I get it. I get it.
Yeah. So don't
But
don't don't let them. Yeah, because the majority
mm,
of people on here, they're damaged goods. They're hurting. Hurt people hurt people.
my dear, I am one of those people who usually have these conversations about mental illness. So, and I've
Oh,
said
I
this
was gonna say
before.
that. Why you took that? I was gonna say, as a retired case manager in mental health. Yeah.
Hmm.
Mhm. And I'm like, I'm
No, go on.
retired. I ain't trying. We got one girl over there in the B section. She ain't got no teeth in her mouth, and her no teeth in her mouth, filthy. She looks stink. Her house is filthy, and she just be. And I was like, you can't even sit at the table with me. I'm like, you can't even sit at the table. I mean, would I realize that reject people,
Mhm.
accept reject people, even with the women's. You don't see a lot of attractive women really accepting attractive women. They're always like the rejects.
It's trauma bonding, basically.
Mm-hmm.
It's also basically it's like what is it like when you see like one of those anonymous type meetings
They told me I
for
came up
people with
too much
addiction.
when I first came to this sector. She thinks she all that. She came up too much. No, and that was like what, 8 years ago.
Mhm. Okay.
And I told somebody I said for 3 years from now, you ain't gonna be able to walk. That person came to walk, only came up with dying and everything. It's like, these women around in this sector is a joke. In the manosphere, they're a joke. Yeah. Half of them on camera,
No.
always saying something, and yeah, overweight or
Uh,
whatever. Yeah.
I remember one time and Mel Logic and I we had a joke about it.
Mm-hmm.
We had somebody who just camped up here on Charles Stream and started twerking. This was a heavy set woman. and we had to
Well,
laugh about it.
I'm slim thick. I'm thick. Yeah. So
What
no,
the hell?
no. Charles, dear.
He's here.
Y'all
He's
see
back.
video, huh?
I'm here,
He's here.
girlie.
He's
Keep
back.
talking
Yeah,
your shit.
I'm thick, but I'm not. But let me tell you something. People, I'm be honest.
Mhm.
My body, people pay to get my body. My doctor even tell me that. They pay. People try to get BBL to get my shape of my body. So
Can somebody get this woman's measurements, please?
no. Okay. You want to? Okay. Wait. Hold
I said the
on. See,
measurements.
nah. You ain't gonna. Y'all ain't gonna. You not gonna do this to me. Wait. And I got my silk
What
with
did I
y'all. I
do?
got my.
What
Nah.
did I do?
You trying to play me? Nah. See,
Nah, I ain't
Charles.
trying to
See,
play you. I'm
no.
not
You
trying to
trying?
play
Wait.
you.
You want to
No.
talk now? No. See, now. 58.
Hold on a second. Can I say it? I gotta say it.
You see, you
Like they
Charles.
said in
Y'all
the
see
comment.
it? See? Look. The mama got back. Look. Well, you got people paying the BBLs to get my shape, so we ain't gonna go there.
Alexa, play "Baby Got Back" by Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Yeah, Charles, I'm starting trouble. No, they're gonna no. You got women trying to pay for my body.
Hold on a second. Wait. Alexa, play "A Brick House" by Commodores.
Yeah. Oh, that's my song. Okay, go ahead.
That's my dad. That was first of all.
What?
I mean, it's like was he said it like
Brick house.
36, 24, 36. Oh, what a hand. Now she's a brick house.
Oh,
She's
you're a mess.
mighty, just letting it all
You're a
hang
mess.
out. Now she's
You're a
oh come on.
mess.
My father grew up with Motown, all right? So I was exposed to that from a very young age.
Well, I was born in '67, so I'm older than everybody in the family.
68, 67. All right.
Yeah, I'm 58.
I
I'm
got
58.
I got aunts and uncles around that age and younger. I mean
Yeah,
older.
I'm 58 years old. Yeah.
You probably my mom's little sister. You like my mom, you basically be my mom's little sister and
See,
everything. I'd be like, oh
see.
shit.
Y'all thought I was playing. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Yeah. So
Hey, that's the only way to be.
yeah,
True it is.
yeah.
Too many cats be faking the funk as it is.
Hmm.
You know?
Well, I
There are
came
times I
around
was
this
like,
place. I was 125 pounds.
yeah. I mean, wait, I remember what's the phrase? There's a good friend, there's a good sister here in this space. Toya?
Hmm. I was way before Toya. Toya came years after me.
Yeah. Toya, lovely, but that's my big sister.
Yeah.
You know, kind of heart and soul. She talked about how, like, how she one time she was big until,
Did she get
and she's
surgery or
5'8".
something?
No.
Yeah, okay.
She
See,
was
she
in, I
was
think she's in
big. I
education.
was opposite. I was small, and I gained weight after when I turned
Right.
55. I gained a lot of weight. Yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, I
I
know.
always
I
been
can
small all
understand
my
that.
life. When I turned 55, I started getting what 135, 140. I'm like, oh. So I had
That's
stopped
not.
because
That's a healthy weight. Wait, 135, 140. That's healthy.
and then
Wait,
I'm
how
like,
tall are
oh,
you?
150. I'm like, okay, I'm getting thick now. Yeah. So now I'm
Wait,
like
how tall are you?
thick, and I'm 5'2".
How tall? Mm. Yeah,
So
okay,
to y'all,
5'2",
I don't like
150.
my daughter and said, Mom, you're not thick. To me, I am because I always been small all my life.
Hmm.
So
Okay, that
yeah,
explains it.
like my first daughter, I was 9 months. I was like 110. And my second one, I was 115. And
Okay,
I
you
had
were
my second
petite
one
back
when
in
I
the
was
day.
130. Yeah. I was 30 years
Okay.
old when I had her. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
Oh, you had him
So I
good.
started gaining
You had
weight
him at
when
a
I
good
turned
time.
55. Yeah, when I turned
Hmm.
55, yeah, I started gaining weight. I was like, because I was, oh, how people just let this stuff go? So now I'm thick. I'm like, I cannot get this weight off. But my doctor said, you know what? You complain and people are paying to get your body. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
As long as you're working out right and eating okay, you're good. But
yeah.
hey. But the thing is, it's
Like
like
on the cruise, I was working I was doing walking 20 miles a day.
Oh, you got to.
I
But
mean, not 20,
thing
2
is
miles a
like
day. Yeah.
2 miles a day. Yeah, but the problem is like I know people your age and older.
Yeah.
Walking can be a bit of a problem because like they got issues with with hip issues, knee
You know,
issues, and everything.
you trying, look. See, you trying to play,
I'm not trying to play
no,
you. No, 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 no. I'm not playing you. I'm not
you
playing
trying,
you.
look,
I'm not
look,
playing.
but, yeah, but, but, well, you ain't, well, I
What I
ain't
say?
not,
What I say?
well,
What I
no,
say?
no,
Sheila,
you trying,
Sheila,
no,
Sheila.
yes, you would,
No, I'm
yes,
not
you would.
playing. I'm not playing. I'm talking
Too
about. I'm
much
speaking
say.
truth.
Ain't not look.
I'm I'm speak.
Look.
I'm
Like I told.
speaking
Wait, I work
truth.
out my daughters and them. They were like, "Mom, no, you taking the too." They came to keep up with me. No, I said, "No, we're gonna start off warming up." I said, "We're gonna do 20." They were like, "Oh," I was like, "Yeah." So you know, I say, "No, you look," and I said, "You know what?" I'll be telling my family. I was like, "God, I got like a young soul or whatever," because being 58, I don't have no gray
Hmm.
hairs or nothing. Even the
You
girl
young
do
at
my
heart.
hair, she like, I never dye my hair or nothing. No, I
You're
got
young at
color
heart.
in my hair, huh?
You're young at heart.
Yeah, that's what it is. Then my pastor used to tell me because I'm a ordained elder, I set myself down. He was like,
Oh,
because you got that
congratulations.
ministry for young people and young girls
Okay.
that attached to me all the time. Yeah.
Hmm.
So,
Hmm. Shit, I know. Well, you know what they say? Black don't
yeah,
crack.
tell my son, don't tell my son you hit pop. Well, you better get up out of here.
Shit, that's why
he
I
said,
like
he
her.
said,
I like her.
ain't no big game mothballs over here. I ain't having. We don't do that.
Nobody said that you ain't gonna have it. Ain't about to have this shit right here. We just all just have. We just vibing. We just laughing, having a good conversation.
You was a mess. You was a mess. I had to start doing my jumping jacks and stuff. Messing with you.
Get that jumping jack, them push ups.
Yeah.
Work the back. Start doing the lizard crawl.
Well, I had went to the gym like 2 years ago with my daughter, right?
Hmm.
And I was 56, so we were going to the gym because I had went to New York to visit her. So
Yeah.
her trainer like, yeah, cause when you get older, whatever, and she was like 40. She said, cause you want to, she looking at me, thinking I'm my daughter's sister. And she was like, yeah, cause you want to get it. And she looked at me, she was like, okay. My daughter like, Mom, you 56. She said, oh my God. Oh my God. I was like, yeah. She said, I thought you were 40. So I said, no, I'm 56 years old. I was much smaller than I am now. Yeah.
Ugh.
I said, moving right along.
Well, it could have been worse. I got a younger brother,
Mhm.
and when they look at the both of us, they usually think he's older. Somebody's face makes him look older.
My sister under me did think that too. She always tell me about, oh, I'm older than her. I said, cause she look older than me or whatever. Yeah.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
it's nothing wrong with that though. It's
No,
just
there's nothing wrong with that. It's just how you look. It's just what genetics you inherit from one another, from either
I
parents
want gray
and
hair, though. I want
grandparents.
that gray hair. I don't have no gray hair. I don't dye my hair or nothing. And I do not have gray
How's
hair.
you don't deal with a lot of stress. That's what it is.
That's yeah. After my divorce, cause I made my husband divorce me. I told him, and I know I'm guilty. I said, you don't divorce me, I'll make your life miserable. But
Ah,
that's
smart
how we
move.
listen,
Smart
y'all.
move.
But I didn't. But you know what? I didn't. I do get his pension when he retired. I didn't. I don't date after my divorce. I have not date. I don't do none of that or whatever. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. So.
that's all right. Hey, you know, certain things you don't want to do, you don't want to do. Just do what
And
you
then
want to
you
do.
gotta realize when you get married, a lot of people don't realize when you get married at a young age, and when you get that divorce and whatever, you just like some people got married at you just want to be free. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta realize
Mm-hmm.
when everybody else was doing them, we was being a wife, we was take care of our husband, our kid, the house and everything. Like we was living the
Mm-hmm.
life, you know. And all the fun y'all had, we didn't have. I didn't have. So now I'm older in my 50s, almost 60. I'm like enjoying my life.
As you should. As you should.
I am enjoying my life. I really am.
Right.
I can't complain. I can't complain.
Let me put it this way. You're happy where you are right now, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's what I remember. I remember Ice-T said this, and this was at the end of Chris Rock's Good Hair.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "I'm gonna tell you right now, when a woman's not happy with herself, she brings nothing but pain to every fucking body around her."
Ooh. I never
And they were
heard
talking
that.
about,
Wow.
That was from Chris Rock's Good Hair when they were talking about the hair industry and everything about the and they had to have Ice T in there and a few other brothers in there, and Ice T he broke it down about the curler, the hair curler game and everything. Brother even joked about he had a mugshot with curlers in his hair. Wow. So he knew the hair curler game, man. This boy cut his stuff.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So he was talking about like at the end when everybody was like giving their final thoughts in their interviews. He basically said, first of all, women should not blame other women for making modifications for their bodies. And at the end of the day, do what makes you happy. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, when a woman's not happy with herself, she brings nothing but pain to every fucking body around her. And you said it yourself right there when you told your husband to divorce you because you knew you weren't happy and you were gonna bring nothing but pain. You knew it subconsciously.
I did say that. Yeah.
There's some women out here who are bitter as hell, and they're just bringing nothing but pain to everybody around. Misery loves company.
When I got my divorce, now I came back home to New York. Everybody, like all the girls who didn't get married, and it was like in their 50s, 60s wanted to get married. I was like, really? Do y'all know what? I mean, like, I don't like y'all. I mean, that's no joke. Being a wife, I had to break it down to them. It was like, oh, you got chosen young or whatever. You wasn't with us.
They envy you. Huh? They envy you, but they don't understand what you were going through. All they saw was they were on the outside looking in, but they didn't understand what was really going on.
You should have smutted yourself. You should have smutted yourself out like the rest of us.
I should have what?
Should have smutted yourself out like the rest of us.
Like, why you should have?
Because that's basically what other women are saying, that she got married so young. But these are the same chicks that never get married at all.
I mean, okay, now I'm tempted to do the Tracy Morgan voice about this, but I don't understand why all these females don't talk about now. They want to get married and everything. I know intentions of getting married right now. I've been married twice.
My daughter did under 30 and then married. The 26-year-old, she getting married next year. Her fiance proposed to her in a helicopter. It was beautiful.
Oh wow! Good job.
That hopeless romantic.
Let me tell you something. I got two wonderful son-in-laws. I mean, like my youngest, she don't have no kids. She have her own company, truck business. My oldest one, she in the medical field, and she had two handsome sons, and her husband, he real educated, everything. And I said, you know what? Because I was born, in the projects or whatever. Then my mother moved out, middle class or whatever, and didn't have the life I had. So they don't know nothing about, the hood and this and that. And it's always the one, like my oldest one, she always trying to hang with the ones in the hood. It's always the kids not from the hood want to be in the hood. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Because that's where the excitement is for them.
That's the excitement. That's where you get your black card from, the hood.
So and I'm the girl like from the projects, grew up around all that or whatever. But our projects like by itself or whatever. I had took a picture of it on YouTube or whatever. And by the waterfront and everything, upstate New York. And I don't like hood guys. You know what I'm saying? But everybody in that project wind up being successful.
Yeah,
yeah, we got an actor, we got doctors, we got lawyers, we got nurses. Everybody from the project we grew up. Every year we have a project reunion. Beautiful.
It's probably because of the way it was actually communal.
Because the project was for military people, but they wind up giving it to Cause my mother was a Black Panther, so they wind up fighting and taking it.
Okay.
It's kind of funny because
it's like, and my grandmother and my uncle, no, they like y'all. They were like, okay, they ain't into all that. So my mother was always the black sheep, power to the people, and it was like, you don't know nothing about a struggle. You know, my mother ain't. You know, my grandmother, she middle class, and my mother ain't. So you know, you always had that child always want to be down. So that was my mother. Yeah.
So here's a good question.
Divorced my father. She went to the project, sold a house, and she was like, you know what? We ain't gonna pay taxes, but we're gonna live and we're gonna live good, but we're gonna be fabulous. So yeah.
I got a question for you, Sheila. What was the best advice you gave your daughters when it came to looking for a husband? Since you're one of the few women that come on our panels, and obviously you had success being married for almost 30 years, and also your daughters being married, one daughter being married and one daughter about to be married. What was the best?
I gotta look at y'all. I'm be honest, I didn't. My husband did.
Oh,
see,
I didn't. My husband did. So they pick their mates like my husband, and I was like, wow, yeah, they're educated. I mean, because I didn't. The dad did.
So
Sheila, I have a question for Sheila, actually.
I mean, like, and
that makes a lot of sense.
I'm like, wow, and like,
it's part of
you
it.
be like, oh man, you so.
You got everybody got a little hood in them. I mean, it's part of your job.
But not my daughter be like, oh God, man, really? Yeah,
it's part of your charm because to me, you sound like anybody from my mom's generation from Baltimore. Okay. So I'm used to the accent because I was thinking, is that like Gail?
So I'll be honest. I didn't, but the advice I gave them, don't persecute me. And like I told them, I said, let me tell you something. Remember this: when you get a man, a good man, be his peace, his comfort, because the end of the day is when he leave you, the battle he had to fight going out there. Being a black man, I said all the things. I mean, the police and all that, and I just told him, just be the peace, the comfort. You know what I'm saying? Just be that.
The minute he comes home, be glad that he came back alive.
That's the only advice I said, because my husband, the end of the day is, that's what I told him, you have to divorce me because I'll make your life miserable, because what he did was terrible. But when they come home, they want to be peace. You know what I'm saying? They battle all day long. So I'm looking at this where they come and they just take their arm off. I had to explain to my daughters. They said, Mom, what you mean? They were little. What you mean by that? I said, what I mean, don't argue with them. Don't. Mm-mm. I said, let me tell you something. My husband, I used to do it every week or whatever. Everything. I mean, his bath water, everything, had his pajamas out and all that stuff. Yeah. So I just told him, you want to fuss with him? Wait, I said, as a black man, they getting persecuted, they getting killed. It's not guaranteed when he go out that door, he gonna come back home. He ain't gonna come back home. And then I'm telling them that this thing, they're like, Mom, what you? I said, I had to break it down. So they're like, wow. I said, they're police, or whatever. I know, Charles, you're a cop. I had to break it down to him. It's okay, Mom. So that's the only thing I had to, tell them stuff like that. Don't argue with him. Just trying to talk to him, communicate with him, whatever. I said, I may go through a lot. They like go through a lot. Don't we all go as women? I said, but let me tell you something. I had to explain to them. So and I put that fear in them. I said, let me tell you something. If you have a kid outside married and this and that, you know how much diapers and formula. So my daughter, she had a baby when she was 28. And her second one was 35, and the young one, she 26, she don't have no kids. So I put that fear in about having kids. You can't. I said, look, and I said, look, if you have a kid, and I ain't married. I said, and you ain't no child support. I ain't believe in child support. I said, because you know what? I take care of the child while you go to school, but when you come, I put that fear in him.
Oh yeah.
Sheila, I have a question for you, actually.
We don't believe in child support. No child support. We don't believe in child support. I said, you know what child support? I said, that's slavery. Slavery. I said, you. And I had to watch the Roots with it. I said, that's what slavery is. Yeah. Okay.
I have a question for Sheila, actually.
Oh, go ahead.
Let me ask.
Go ahead.
Sheila, your daughters, what is their relationship with their father? How close were they with their father growing up, especially?
They're closer with their
father
close. Than me. Yeah.
Exactly, because, like what I said earlier, Charles, a girl who grows up without having a father, she just projects or has unrealistic views of what it is, and mostly she's going to look to other means. Unless she had like a male figure in her life that was really helpful, really kept her grounded and taught her about how to be a mature adult and understand men. I mean, Charles, you remember the show Insecure?
Mm-hmm.
You remember the character Tasha?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Angela Houston was still fine as fuck, even with the big titties. She didn't have in the show. She didn't have a father, but she had a favorite uncle, and that favorite uncle was like a father figure to her. Somebody she was real close to, and she learned a lot from him about men and how to treat a man, how to respect the man. Now, what happened to her in Lawrence, that didn't work out that well, but at least she was mature about it. Even though he was being kind of reckless and immature about the situation, but when he came clean to her, she said, I get it. And at the end of the day, she just looked at him and said, you hungry? I said, what? You hungry? You look like you could eat. You look like you could eat. Come on in. That was her way of forgiving him and understanding, like, yeah, I get it.
Can I be honest?
She had to. Yeah, go ahead.
You know what? And I'll be honest. How many people? I can't see the chat. It ain't a lot of people in here, Charles.
They're just 8.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest. Let me tell you something about daddy girls. They will turn on their mother in a minute. Let me tell you something. With the divorce, you know they blame everything on me.
Wow.
Let me tell you something.
Of course.
He had a baby. That's why I divorced him.
Whew.
To this day, my daughter's still, oh, mom, what you? I'm not. And then last year, I had to really break it down to them. They were like, oh, wow. Dad did that. He had a baby outside of marriage.
But you know how much of an honorable person he was. You kept him out the business of you and your husband.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, then I had to.
Oh my God! Hold on, Sheila. Okay. Oh man, I'm giving a compliment to a black woman. Oh Lord, help me, Jesus! People think I hate you.
Unfortunately, Snowman is not here. We have Snowman here.
Because some people think I hate black women. I don't. I actually want the best for them.
Charles, you do not hate black women. Who say that? Y'all do not. Y'all
just
no, y'all don't. And I'll be honest. And I like Yon BGS. You know, I'm the rough one at it all. You know, Toya and all of this dainty. I'm the rough one.
Oh yeah, that's part of your charm. It's funny because if you notice the women who frequent our areas and come on the panels, we got nothing but love for y'all. We got nothing but the utmost love because no matter how hood, no matter how elegant, no matter how educated, all of them act like ladies.
And Mel will love you. I'm like, oh, you know, and I love Mel. She really.
Well, look at him. How could she not?
She
Look at him.
she does in her own little way.
Yeah,
It's funny because when we get to talking about serious stuff, you actually see the real mother come out, and
Mm-hmm.
that's the part where
I
a
like
lot
Noah.
a lot of times people don't get it. That when we talk about black women, we don't come from a place of hate. We come from a place of pain,
Mm.
and
And
that's
I like
Frustration.
it though. I like it because y'all talk. Let me tell you, son. I was telling my uncles and my brothers, and I would tell my son-in-laws about y'all. I said, "How y'all have a space, or whatever." I said because we spoiled. I'm Generation X, and BGS, he know that because he I think he Generation X or Boomer, whatever.
no, he's a
He a
I
boomer.
boomer,
was I
actually.
was spoiled. I was spoiled. I mean, I'm not educated. I'm not a nerd. I'm a B student, whatever. And I got by my looks. Only thing I had to do was just look, be quiet, and look cute. Y'all spoiled. I was spoiled all and still am.
Yeah,
So the end of the day is, I mean, yeah, y'all went through a lot. I mean, like
yeah.
boys ain't gonna survive.
You got to think about it. It's like how many women we dated who were by the time one of the most painful things is that
Yeah,
you pray to God, please don't let me get with a broken woman because
right.
just like it's hard to repair. Freddie Douglass said it best: "It's better to build strong children than to repair broken men." Same thing goes for our women. It's like we have to be the most intelligently steward men, emotionally when it comes to women. Because guess what? A lot of culture comes from the slave farms and the plantations that still carry over to today. There's a reason why a lot of your
Mm-hmm.
boys are not as highly educated. There's a reason why they don't make their boys mavericks and daring because they're scared that if I make my boy too manly, he's gonna be hanging up in a tree one day.
And let me tell you
That
something,
was the
my
fear.
brothers out there, don't y'all, I don't care if your woman Caucasian, Asia, Latino, whatever. Love don't discriminate. It love,
You
I
know,
mean, nah. Mm-mm, mm-mm.
and I
Yeah,
think
Mm-hmm.
that's the
chemistry with you,
problem.
whoever make you happy. Let me tell you something. My baby brother, first love was a white woman.
Mm.
And let me tell you something. My sister's biracial. So the end of the day is nah. We don't do that. We don't do that. We don't do that. So the
Yes,
end of the day, I don't know. Love don't have no color to it because then that's nothing but the enemy anyway. God don't look at the color because at the end of the day, if we get cut, we all have the same blood,
hmm and it's funny
just
because
different type. Go ahead.
it's funny because you know a lot of people are not this candid and honest, and I think that's what endears a lot of people is that when you're candid and honest, even if you're
Mm-hmm.
saying, "Hey, I might have been the cause of the divorce, he might have been cause, but you kept your kids out of it,"
Right,
and
right,
I rather y'all blame me than to make your father mad in front of you,
right.
which was pretty horrible.
I'm sure that when they got older, they understood what would happen, right?
Yeah, and now the youngest one, and I'm surprised because that was daddy little girl. Everything daddy wanted, be she did. He wanted. I mean, yeah, because I helped him start his business,
So
everything.
keep
I
keeping
helped.
up.
Let me tell you something. I helped him. I said, look, you want to go to school? I got the house down, whatever. I paid for everything. He paid half, whatever. I mean, we was young. We was doing our thing. And I said, before we got married, people gonna come between our marriage. Don't have no baby outside. That's the only time I would divorce you. If you had a baby outside our marriage. He did that. So I had
Oh yeah. So
And then let me
basically,
tell you something.
okay.
Don't
Huh?
you know she was like, oh, she made good money. And where the state I was at in the end, don't you know you could take the wife for child support too?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh no. I was like, and I was making good money. I was like, mm-mm. But check this out. The house we built together, why she in it? He would not sell the house. He
Wow.
would not sell the house. Yeah, he like, He would, and then he compare her to me. It's a lot of stuff that Mm-hmm. See,
Well,
these women getting with these married men, and the end of the day is like y'all don't know the woman. I mean, I could take him forever. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I said, end of the day is I don't care. Okay, I divorced you, and you remarry her, but after 10 years, the first wife get everything.
Yeah.
They don't know that after 10 years, now I put it. They said they put it down in New York. They put it down to 5 years now. So I get a pension and everything. So let me tell
Candy Graham from Mango.
I
got a construction business. I have a bill. I went to school for bricklaying and going to school for y'all be seeing my video for welding. Yeah, I'm gonna take over the construction business.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. We're gonna do a video about that too. Yeah. Because I paid for I sat back. I help you build that business. So them days ain't nobody getting nothing.
You definitely break out.
Nasty. I could be nasty and take everything. But what I do, see, I already got my certification in Ocean and all that. I got a bricklayer, first black African American bricklayer woman, 55 and up in West Virginia. I'm ready to do my work. So in day, I'm qualified to do my OSHA inspection, all that. Yeah, I'm gonna show you the video on all that, Charles. Yeah.
Okay.
No. So his second wife ain't got nothing on show. Oh no. Looks.
I don't know.
All right.
It's like, hey.
She can't stand me. That's how much she gonna take me. Can't. I was like, you know what? I said what I told him. He said, I'm gonna see that. That's how I respect you. Because my end of the day is I'm not gonna. You got the white man going against you. I'm not gonna do that.
Nah.
We want to keep it neutral.
Not even worth it. Because
why would you have to buy another house? He told her. He said, look, I'm keeping this house right here. My wife let me have. If you don't want it, if you don't want to be with me, go somewhere else. I bet she in the house. I bet you ain't got no mortgage. And I bet you he paid me every month.
Hey, Charles.
And I got me a little condo in West Virginia. Yeah, I only paid like
West Virginia
for everything paid for, whatever. But mama, you know, I'm living a simple life.
Yeah. Hey, that's the best we can do. What were you saying, Amber?
So the more she explains just her backstory and everything, I realized, she definitely had to divorce him because one thing I realized is when you wrong a woman, oftentimes women do not want you to give an apology. They want you to live an apology, and she'll make sure that she's gonna make his life a living hell until she says, you know what, I'm done and I'm out. So she told you better divorce me right now, or else. But at least she had the audacity and the honesty to let him know. Listen, you fucked up. We got to end this. Otherwise, I'm gonna make your life a living hell. He's like,
at least you had the grace.
But I'm gonna
had the grace to do so.
Don't let me off easy. I'm gonna be honest. Like I haven't gained up for a year and a half, but I had surgery and I couldn't. But I was explaining to him I was going to therapy and whatever. I couldn't. Couldn't make love to him, whatever, because my surgery, whatever. And I told him, he was like, "Oh, I'm honest." I'm like, "Come on, I can't do it." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then you gonna go outside of us? It's like I know it's a year. I mean, okay, I want y'all to be honest here on the panel. A year and I ain't give him nothing. I like, babe, I'm just like.
Sometimes you gotta know yourself, and
you can't up, Charles. You can't up. Oh, that's the picture. Go ahead.
That's the picture.
That's his picture.
Don't worry, it's me. no catfish.
I know that. Go ahead. What you
saying? It's he fucked up. I'm gonna just put it out there because we're gonna be fair. He violated. You don't make another baby. It's one thing to do dirt, but you don't make another baby on somebody.
He's trying to get her. He's trying to make her get an abortion. Oh, my wife.
Because he's too lazy to wrap it up.
Because a woman sets you up, and the man would do the same thing too. It ain't well, that,
Yeah.
and like in the day is I don't blame her, I blame him. And he was like,
Yeah.
he
He knew
understood.
better.
Oh, cause she. I said, let me tell you, in the day is I'm not mad at her. I'm mad at you. We already
Yeah.
explained this. We young. We young. We young. And I said, before we get married, this is the do's and the don'ts. Oh, you just don't bend. You don't bend with that. And then she gonna tell somebody that I'll take her for child support because she made good money. And then
Wow.
say I am she can. Is you crazy?
I tell her, I said, you can't put yourself in the jackpot, even if you're gonna do dirt. And I'm not condoning dirt.
Okay.
You don't bring,
Mhm.
you
So
don't
was
bring
I
home the
wrong?
baby.
Was I wrong?
No,
Yeah.
that
I
was
was the
No,
probably
you
first
did the
one. Let
right
me tell
thing.
you, son. I'm being honest. I was the first one. My family, me and my uncle was talking. They were like, and my uncle pastor, we had Bible study. He said, no, I was the first one in my family. Let me tell you something. I made history. The first one, female in my family, made my husband give me a divorce.
yeah. He violated,
No
and
woman, my mother, my father died. My aunt, my grandfather died. No woman in my family ever. I got two little sisters. Nobody in my family, a woman never got a divorce. And I didn't want it to break tradition. So I said to him, you divorce me. So, yeah.
I mean, you got
I
to
get
think
it.
about it. It's a hard hustle, and he violated greatly. He fucked up, and we're not condoning anything he did because if you had surgery and you couldn't do your wifely duties,
Yeah.
guess what,
Yeah.
nigga, you could wait.
But I know it's a year. It was like a year and a half. I know that's a long. I know that. I
It's a
know you're
long
gonna slip
time, but
up. I know that. But to
it's
get
a long
somebody
time, but it's
pregnant,
not as long. It's not as long as almost 30 years either being together.
right,
So
right,
you can wait.
right. That's what I was saying. That's what I
You can
was
wait,
saying.
and all that, and he's just blessed that you're not vindictive.
And you know what I did, Charles? I gave him my divorce. I thought it was our 25th anniversary. It was 26th anniversary.
Mm. And it's like, yeah,
But
he
Wow.
then
blessed
check this out. It was the 26th, but they didn't give it to us to a couple of years later. I'm like,
Wow.
but I never, let me tell you something. I have not dated since my divorce or none of that. And I don't think I'm a bad looking woman, whatever. Even my past,
Yeah.
I'm in West Virginia.
Oh,
All
I think
Caucasian.
I think it's I think it's sometimes it's good to heal by yourself. It's a lot of times
Right,
people don't.
right.
We talked about it earlier about people need to be by themselves and heal.
Hmm.
One of the biggest
I'm
issues
listening. Go ahead.
is one of the biggest issues is not taking the time to heal.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
there's going to be emotional times. Yeah, you're going to cry. You're going to scream. You're going to be angry. And it's normal. Else, that's when stuff starts to become dangerous because
You know what Kevin told me, Kevin Samuel. Me and him on senior was on the piano. Look, he said, you know what, put yourself out there. Because I was telling, when it happened, I was telling Kevin. And this was like, ooh, I think I was in my 6th year of divorce then. And I was asking different questions.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
this before he got famous. Kevin was, this when he was doing his Coloma stuff. And he said, put yourself
Ooh.
out. I said, but he said, He said, you still trapped. He told me just start going out, you know. Mm-hmm. He said,
When
start
you're ready,
putting
you'll
yourself
be
out there.
ready.
Kevin told
That's
me
one
that.
thing I'll tell people.
Mm-hmm. You know, Kevin said, go ahead, Shirley, yeah. And then I came up with Shay said, no.
Yeah,
He
when-
said, put yourself out there. Mm-hmm.
yeah, you're not. And it's funny because when you're ready, you're still a great
Yeah,
for
that's
you.
what he said. Kevin said,
There's
what?
some people
Yeah,
for
because I'm
decades
owning Kevin out. He was like,
you
no.
who's jealous.
Mm-mm.
But sometimes you got to take that healing. You got to take that. Whenever you're ready, you'll be ready.
Right. And that's why I did, Charles. That's what
Yeah, it's a lot of times even Like I tell a lot of men and women, one of my things I had to do was take the time to be ready to get back out there, to be one, to be flexible, one, to heal, and two, to just let go. Because it's one thing to forgive and hold on, but you got to do the part of letting go. Because all that
How long did it take you, Charles, to? Because you had to raise your son and everything, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
him and his mother and I are pretty good,
Yeah, y'all
good
had a
friends.
good relationship.
Working relationship, good friends, good relationship. It took years to get there, but when you dedicate it to your child,
That's
it's easy.
what it's all about. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. My girls and my handsome grandsons. And my George's like, Mom, you really need to get a wife or whatever. Like I'm on a cruise and my George like, everybody be posting their mom. And I'm like, my mom, she nice looking, but she just, we call my cuz. He was like, you don't never be hanging out on the cruise or whatever. I mean, everybody party. He said, you don't met somebody. My door like, nah, mom be sleep like 8:30, 9 o'clock. Yeah, he was laughing. He was like, you saying you this age, you don't look old. It's like, cause I'm like, come on, I'm almost 60 years old. I shouldn't be out there dating, want to date, whatever. I don't think that's not for me. Whatever God had for me is for me, but I don't, you know.
But you take your time, and whenever you're ready, cash the reel out.
So what y'all was talking about tonight? I know it's almost in the morning now. Great, close down.
Different subjects. And some tragedies because a lot of make you a stronger person.
Right.
There's a reason I say, what does it say? We always go through baptism under fire or trial by fire. Sometimes you gotta. There's certain things you can learn from being taught, and other things you can only learn through experience.
Right. I like that.
Sometimes hey, one of my favorite sayings is, you walk a mile with the devil, you find yourself close to God. And some people look at me and say it's blasphemous. No, it's not.
Covering me.
What am I? No, this is not what I'm talking about. Sheila, hear me out. You remember where it says, like, after Jesus was baptized in the river Jordan by John the Baptist, he went 40 days and 40 nights without food?
Yes.
And then remember afterwards, like, on the 41st day, he started getting hungry. He looked at a stone, and that's when the devil came to tempt him 3 times.
Yeah.
That's what I mean, because you can have all the potential in the world, but you don't know what you're really made of until you put through the test.
Well, I like that.
Your real character goes through time. Your real character comes out in times of strife and struggle. You also know where your real friends are in times of strife.
Right.
Some people, just like, I ain't gonna do the Medea voice, but I remember was a Tyler Perry said, some people are with you for life, and some are with you for a season.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask y'all. I call y'all my brothers. I'm gonna ask y'all.
Nah, it's okay. I like being called motherfucker. That's one of my favorite cuss words.
Do you think I'm
For what?
selfish? Want to be okay? Is no blacks where I live at, and I just want to, cause I've been fighting for the community. I've been for board education and city council, whatever. And I just want to do me. You think that's being selfish?
Nah, not really. Charles?
I know Charles ain't sleeping.
Nah, sometimes I got something to get into too much.
Oh,
dude, I get all upset sometimes when we think about when we almost lost you. Am I wrong for that? No. So it is what it is. But but Sheila, to answer your question, no.
Okay. No.
I mean, you're not doing anything to harm anybody, is it?
Yeah. I just
No harm,
want
no
to be
foul.
alone.
You good?
Just in my, I'm like, I'm a fine because West Virginia, the property down there is so cheap or whatever. I said, let me just get me a condo. I got me a nice little condo for cheap, cheap. And I was like, and I was looking. I said, oh, I could get this acre. And don't you know, my daughter do not want to go to West Virginia, whatever. And I was like, because I got mad at my uncle. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do my land on our family. I'm gonna go to West Virginia, whatever. And he laughs at me every time we go on Bible study. So the end day,
Just don't start singing "Country Road" by John Denver.
Huh?
Hey, do you?
Yeah.
Do you by all means? Everybody got to do themselves one way or another. Get your minds out the gutter, folks. I'm talking about some serious shit.
Well,
You
I
filthy
can't see the
bastards.
chat. Wait, you know what? You guys, I can't see the chat. So
It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. I'm just messing with
I know
people.
you're gonna talk about me and my blonde hair. Look. Blame it on my son-in-law, the woman who braided. She the one gave me all this stuff. I wanted to do blonde braid. She gave me all this stuff.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I wish I still had my hair.
No, I'm actually clearing my
Tell me
nose.
when you go to sleep. You know you be going to sleep or whatever. It's almost 5 o'clock. So.
That's how you know the conversation.
Oh man, I remember was it a couple times.
Charles always did. Charles is a sweetheart. When I think about cigars, I think about Charles, whatever. Yeah.
So I'm like, why I say shit like I'm not supposed to say shit.
And you know what, Charles? I thought about you. When I got the whiskey crystal for my two son-in-law, and I thought about Charles, and I was gonna get the whiskey glass. I'm gonna get that for my brother-in-law. Yeah, and I got the wine. I got the crystal. I said, you know what, Charles? I'm gonna show you when I go home in my place and you live. I'm gonna show you. Yeah. But you should have Charles. Yeah.
All right.
I'm home. I'm at my sister house, so they don't have it. But my house, I have my bar and I have my crystals and different stuff. Yeah. So yeah.
All right.
Y'all should be having. Y'all should be drinking y'all little crystal. Because he like his cigar with his.
Wait. You gotta say it right. Wait, hold on. Sheila, you gotta say it right. What my man here likes to do is he likes to smoke his cigars, sip his liquor, and hang with his niggas.
No, but it's not liquor. It's whiskey, right, Charles?
That's a hard liquor.
Yeah, cause I'm like, okay, and I was like, you know what?
Everybody pause.
Hey, I'm not a drinker.
I don't
know. What it is.
I do wine. I get drunk off of 2 glasses of wine.
What's your
I'm not
preference
gonna
in
tell
wine?
y'all what I did for my birthday. Y'all gonna laugh at me.
Okay, don't.
I was partying at B6 for my birthday. I had big games and I was sick. I was like, oh. So I didn't go because I was like, I had the flu and I didn't want to give it to me. So I had one of my sisters, she a trans. I met her online, not personal. She gave me a party. Then I went over there to B6. It was good. My Medicaid said, get that. I said, I fell on my birthday. On my bench. I have a leather bench. And I kept on saying, I'm going to fall on that bench. And I'll be doing my exercise. I kept on saying, and why did I fell on that song? Get down.
Mm-hmm. Hey, it could have been worse. As long as you could have broke your jaw, busted a tooth or something like that, broke your nose.
Do all that.
Yeah, exactly. Just be thankful it wasn't any worse than what had happened. I know somebody fell down, shattered their two front teeth.
Oh, well, you got people shattered their teeth. They ain't fell down, just rotten. They don't go to dentists. I'm tell you, son. They elegant voices. Let me tell you, those people came up. They scare y'all. Don't get amazed with those voices on YouTube. Behind that avatar,
you gotta be careful with the voices in these YouTube streets.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Too many people faking the funk.
Yeah. And they don't like the ones
and
who came up. They can't stand us. They can't stand me.
Yeah. Some people gotta sit down because they can't stand some people. Shit. Thank you, Isaiah Whitlock Jr. for that one. Shit. That's that Clay Davis character from The Wire. Shit. Gotcha.
I'm gonna get off this thing. I'm 5 o'clock messing with y'all. Charles, what time it is in your area? You in Baltimore, right, Charles?
Yeah.
No, in my end, it's almost 11 a.m. I'm in Europe.
Oh, God can't imagine. I know it's beautiful over
I'm in
here.
Scandinavia, Norway to be exact. It's winter time here. It's just like, instead of snowing, it's kind of raining at the moment.
How many degrees is there?
Hang on a second. Let me check weather.
Probably my weather with my fur coats. I love like.
Where I'm at right now is 32.
Oh, fur coats.
Fahrenheit.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
It's cold out here right now.
Yeah, that's leather gloves. You got the fox hats and
yeah.
and your furs. I love weather like that. Yeah. That's why I can live in Florida. Nowhere hot. I love my 4 seasons. I had to have my fur coats, my leather, and my sleeves.
Count your blessings, man. Couldn't have worse.
Yeah. That's
So,
wow, I didn't know it get that cold where you at.
oh, it can get colder below freezing. For the north, where I'm at, it's below. It's complete dark. The Arctic Circle. Right.
So your wife cooking for Thanksgiving?
No, I'm not married. I'm single.
Oh, so what you have for Thanksgiving?
Well, I don't really celebrate Thanksgiving. I'm just like,
Oh, you
no, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving up here.
Thanksgiving. Oh. Charles. You sleep?
Give him a minute.
Oh, yeah.
Give him a minute.
He probably sleep.
You gotta wake up that great. You gotta.
What you doing for
He's like he's just resting his eyes.
My mom's house and my father's house.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Okay. Say hi to mom and dad for me.
So what you bring on the mom house, Charles?
You better get that sweet potato pie.
I know you ain't going over there empty-handed.
No.
What you
No, he coming in with handful and leaving with a full belly.
Charles probably
or partially full belly.
buying a cake from somewhere and bringing it, or a pie.
No, is that a bad gesture? I mean, among people, that's what you do when you come visit people. You always bring something with you.
Yeah, but Charles, you don't know how to cook. I'm messing with you.
Oh, you know how to cook. Oh! You should see him when it comes to barbecue.
Mom, Thanksgiving, Charles. But, like, I don't have to bring that. Mom just told me to come. I'll probably just pick up a cake.
That will do it.
My sister
That'll
did
do
one of
it.
my
I
collard greens.
remember we used to bring a cake or something like that, or something like. That's why you always swing by a pastry shop on your way to somebody's house, or the pasticceria, as we call it, where I'm from.
Sister, me about my collard greens. She was like, "Get collard greens." My collard greens is like in your mouth. She did like theirs like more crunchy, and I'm like, I don't like mine like that. So next time I say I have to cook for people, because I like my collard greens just melt in your mouth. They're good. But I make some good collard greens.
Mm,
Yeah, I make good collard greens. Collard greens. I make good turkey, macaroni cheese, fried
sweet.
chicken. Yeah. And
Can't have mac and cheese no more. But yeah.
But my brothers, it was a pleasure talking. Y'all, I'm gonna get off. Y'all enjoy y'all Thanksgiving.
All right.
Yeah, I'm messing with y'all.
You right. Well, it was a pleasure to meet you, Sheila.
Yeah, you too. And, I'm being in the chat. I'll be listening, y'all. Cause I got to mess with y'all. I had to be up my cooking at 5 now. Messing with y'all almost 5.
Alexa, can you play "Oh Sheila" by Ready for the World?
Oh shit!
Oh Sheila. Oh.
Y'all gotta give me an intro on that song, so I have to put it on my page.
If only we could get away with that here on StreamYard, with the whole thing about copyright and
You
everything.
do it like I guess the AI put, and they have another version. Do you hear the other version? Oh Sheila is the he like the ghetto version. I'm like, oh really? It's another version of Oh Sheila too.
Like they always say, what's good for the goose is always good for the gander. Oh Sheila. That came out what year was that? What year was that? What year was that? What year did Ready for the World come out with that?
And the guy was doing the he said Sheila. He like but Sheila, you come all the time. I'm like, really? Like,
man, I'm gonna say this. A lot of people thought that song was about Sheila E., but they had to explain no, it wasn't. It was just a girl named Sheila. It wasn't. But I remember, and since you got that ass, Sheila, there was a song. It wasn't on the original. It wasn't. It didn't make the final cut when the original Purple Rain came out. But when they put out the deluxe version a few years back, there was a song that Prince had. It featured Sheila called "Wonderful Ass." Because truly, Prince was an ass man. He was like, "You've got a wonderful ass."
Because I probably was in
84. That was this was it didn't make the final cut of the Purple Rain album, but when they released reissued the purple deluxe version of Purple Rain, that song was included back in 2019. 84 when 83 84 when it was recorded, but it would not see the light until like 2019 because it was in the vault.
Okay.
Where's Prince when I need him?
I mean, us Sheilas, we get Sheila, we would torture that song. And then my page Sheila the Quiet Storm. I'm like, that's my name, Sheila.
Sheila the Quiet Storm. Oh, there's a woman I've heard of. She's like 5'1", 5'2". She dyes her hair. She dyes her hair. She's an MMA fighter. Dyes her hair red, and she calls herself the Red Storm, or I think the Quiet Storm as well. So, yeah, I understand. There's a lot of tiny women who are just loud as hell. No, I think she was a firestorm, the Red Storm, because she always had her hair red. She was dyed her hair red for a reason.
Blonde, yeah. I don't dye it. I put some extensions in it, whatever.
Extensions, yeah.
Or I put color, gray color in it, but I don't dye it. Yeah. Even my picture that I have here on my thing, I spray that.
Oh, that's airbrush. All right, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Mhm.
That's cool. That's cool. Me, for shits and giggles, and it had like the Rick James braids,
Mhm.
just to just to mess with people.
You younger though. How old are you?
That reminds me of the 5 figure safe to the face. Smack.
Rick James, bitch.
I'm ready to go because it's almost 5 o'clock in the morning. I know y'all ready to go to sleep.
Yeah.
I finished my.
I gotta go to the supermarket, do some shopping right now. I ain't, my fridge is empty, and I gotta, man's gotta eat.
I know that's like, and I sit up here. Oh God. Oh.
Her collard greens, they say her collard greens too crunchy. What the hell? First of
No,
all,
they said my collard green is too done. It melt in the mouth. They like it crunchy.
okay, yeah, well, everybody's got their preferences, right?
Tender. Yeah, it's good, but they were like, so now I know next. I like my collard greens to melt in your mouth. So, but they like it crunchy, and I'm like, you should too. So, but it's
Butter
good.
crunchy or creamy, and some like them creamy. That is what it is. Anyway.
I mean, I ain't had the turkey neck bones in there. I put turkey smoke neck.
All right.
So, yeah, it came out good.
All right. Anyway, I better get out of here.
It was
Charlie,
all good.
you better get some sleep, man.
Get out of here.
Again.
Let's get out of here.
Okay.
And until next time,
Bye-bye,
enjoy your
Thanksgiving.
Eat healthy, folks. Whew, and we out.
Happy Black Friday too, folks.
Hey, my Thanksgiving. Love you guys. Bye-bye. Thank you, Charles. Bye-bye.
Always. And don't forget, be thankful you're black anyway. Peace.